Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. Every 4 years the World Cup comes around. Every 4 years our hopes grow. But I think this time it is coming home. I've been saying this for months. We saw the Mexico adventure in the early hours of Monday morning. Incredible result for England. They now face the mighty Norway in a quarter-final in Miami. The heat is on quite literally. It's time for England to step up and take their place in the World Cup semi-finals. Are you ready? See you on the other side. No, let's stick together. It's time to go to work. Welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. I'm buzzing for this. Some people are scared. Some people are excited. I've got to say, I've had Rory Jennings message me. I was messaging Gary last night and they're all going, oh, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. All they got from me is copy and paste. It's coming home. I'm very confident. I'm very confident whilst being respectful to the fact that Norway have been brilliant in this tournament. I want Argentina in the semis. Beat Switzerland. I don't give a shit. You know, I want Argentina in the semis. I want France in the final. I want to beat Norway tonight. I feel that we saw against Croatia what England can do when the game opens up. We saw against Mexico what England can do when the odds are stacked against them. And I think that tonight is just a challenge to get through. Wednesday night is a semi and a week tomorrow is the final. They are 3 obstacles to get through. I'm sure we'll overanalyze all the whys and wherefores of, you know, did we play well or not? But mission accomplished is being in that semi-final on Wednesday. And remember the prize there. England have only been in 3 other World Cup semi-finals. 1 in 66, 1 in Italia 90, and 1 in Russia, where we shit their bed. So look, a semi-final for Thomas Tuchel in his first tournament would be incredible. I don't think you can underestimate the prize that is up for grabs here. And also, you know what? In relation to Norway, you know what? First ever World Cup quarterfinal, they knocked Brazil out. There are no chances. You know, sometimes a quarterfinalist ends up in the quarterfinal through the back door. You know, maybe the draw's been kind. It hasn't been kind to Norway. They came through a difficult group and they've knocked Brazil out to be here. Many people, many Brazilians predicted that this would be Brazil-England in Miami. And maybe many people wanted that. Norway earned that right. That's what happened. We've got a bit of a poll going on here. England 68% to win, Norway 32%. I think that's about right. I'd probably bring it down a little bit. I'm probably more 60-40. But yeah, massive. Also, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports tonight. I'll tell you what my bet builder is in a moment. But we've got another thing going on as well. We're not only sponsored by Boyle Sports. It's not only England in a World Cup watch-along. We're also 500 subscribers away from 1.5 million subscribers. We could hit 1.5 million subscribers on the night that England hit the World Cup semi-final. So please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But more importantly, if you have subscribed, click and share the video. Share it on your socials. Get new people in. We'll get 1.5 million as well. Do I like Gary's jacket, Mark? I do. I think the t-shirt should be black. I like the jacket. I think the t-shirt should be black. I'm not so sure about the white t-shirt. I'd have worn a black t-shirt with that. Fashion bridge. But I've just gone for a cool black t-shirt. It's very hot in the UK, so I've just gone for something that's a little bit free and easy. I've got a pair of shorts on. I left the pants off, you know, get some air in, basically, if I need to later, because it could get... I'm joking. I'm winding up. Anyway, look, let's get into some of your comments. There is a team news to go through as well in a moment, but essentially Rice does start, Konza does play at right back, and it's Gordon and it's Madueke who are playing as the wingers. Saka back to the bench, which is a little bit disappointing. You know, I think obviously Saka helped us in the first half, especially with that first Bellingham goal. Are we still managing an injury with Saka? Can he play 3 games in a week? I suppose all these things are, you know, to be discussed, but Rashford and Saka sit on the bench, and so does Jed Spence. I thought Jed Spence might come into the team. They've gone with Stones and Gahey at centre-back, which tactically might not be a bad idea. We mentioned it in the preview, didn't we? You know, Gahey and Stones have played with Haaland, for the last 4 months, training with him in Manchester. They may well have an insight into how he plays and how to deal with him. So it might be quite a clever move to do that. As I said, before we go through, sorry, let me get that back on the screen for you. We'll go through the Norway team in a moment, but let me just say we are sponsored on the stream by Boyle Sports again. You can get your bet builders through the link in the description or by scanning the QR code. A bet builder is when you put things together in one bet. They all need to come in and then it comes off. So I've got England to win, Erling Haaland to score at any time, both teams to score, over 2.5 goals, Harry Kane over 1.5 shots, and that gives me odds of 6-1. I reckon it's going to be 3-1 to England, so that's mine. England to win, Haaland to score at any time, both teams to score over 2.5 goals, and Harry Kane over 1.5 shots. That's all got to happen for my bet builder to come in. Also, through thanks to Boyle Sports for that. Also, throughout the tournament, we've been giving you a little bit of quiz with Boyle Sports as well. So our first little World Cup teaser is Erling Haaland has scored in each of his last 14 competitive appearances for Norway. How many goals has he scored during that? I mean, it's incredible. He's scored in his last 14 games. If you haven't got Haaland to score today, look at that. 14 competitive games for Norway. He's scored in all of them. How many has he actually scored altogether? Keep hold of your answer. We'll talk about that at half time. Remember, during this World Cup, Boyle Sports are reminding you to bet with your head, not with your heart. And it's 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and via the QR code as well, which is on the screen. What's also going to be on the screen, thanks to Boyle Sports, is the Norway team, as if by magic. There it is. So we've spoken about England. Norway, Nyland in goal, played very well against Brazil. Ryerson's back at right back, very good right back. Azure and Hegem have done very well as well. And Wolf of Wolves has done very well. It's funny how he plays for Wolves and he's called Wolf. I wonder if they did it on purpose. Anyway, midfield is not changed. It's Odegaard, Sanderberg, and number 6 Berg. I can't remember what his first name is, but he's the better Berg. He plays for the Bode Glimt, and he has been the better Berg, number 6. And then they've gone with a different front three. I'm quite surprised by this. Nusa, who I rate massively, on the bench. Shader up starts, then it's Haaland and Sorloth. Now, you can't ridicule this manager because he makes substitutes and drops his old team and they're in a World Cup quarter-final. So you literally can't question him. He's took Nusa off at half-time in the Brazil game and they won. But I am quite surprised that Nusa's not starting. Now, I don't know whether there's an injury risk and that's why he came off at half-time. I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat can tell me. But Nusa on the bench and Shader up starts on the wing. Shader up is a good player. 86 games says Shader up is a good player. He's a very good player. He's a very good player. He plays for Benfica and he is a good player. But I do rate Nusa, and he brings that pace. So they've got Nusa on the bench, and we've got Rashford on the bench and Saka on the bench. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. I think it could be a very, very interesting game indeed, and I think it'll be a lot of people watching it. And can I just say out? I can't remember the name of the bloody pub now. Apparently, there's a pub. I think it's the Swan, but I can't remember if it's the White Swan or the Red Swan. And apparently they put That's Football audio on when the game's on. I don't think it's a very big pub. It's probably one of them little pubs. But shout out, everybody, if you are in the pub. I'm sure some of you are and you might be listening in. Big night. Manchester's packed. Birmingham's packed. London's packed. The people are out in the pubs all around England and the world, I suppose, for a Saturday night game. If you thought the early hours of Sunday morning was... I don't even know what the words for that Mexico game was. I'm still struggling for them. 2 o'clock in the morning, watching England beat Mexico in the Azteca. In a Monday morning as well, at the start of the working week, was just a one-off, wasn't it? And here we are. A Saturday night at 10 o'clock playing a World Cup quarter-final. It's special. It's special. And I'm enjoying it. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming and getting involved as usual. We are only 10 minutes away from the start of this game. People say you're quite relaxed. If you've watched any of my England watch-alongs, you know once it kicks off that it does change a little bit. But what I will say before the game is I'm going to go 3-1 England, and I do feel confident, but not disrespectful. Norway can win this game. you know, without a shadow of a doubt, Norway can win this game. That's the England team for you, as I said. Pickford, Konza at right back, Stones, Gahey, O'Reilly. 3 Man City players in the back 4 against Erling Haaland. Anderson, Rice and Bellingham. Madueke, Gordon and Kane. Yeah, 1 or 2 changes in there that are interesting, if I'm being honest. Konza going to right back. Part of me thinks Jed Spence is a better option at right back because he is a right back, but obviously Tuchel's made some very interesting... There's Mick Jagger. Lovely to see Mick Jagger there. There's David Beckham picking his nose on his own. Where's your wine, David? Mick Jagger. Come on, everyone. Oh, yeah. But nearly 10,000 watching already, and it's not even the kickoff. So please do share the video and get involved. Thank you, everybody. Just going to get into some of your... We've had some early super chats here. I just want to read those out. Since Portugal are out, whoever wins this game is the team I'll support. Very interesting game. Best of luck to both. Tiger Valley. Obviously, I want England to win. If Norway win, I'm supporting them. I agree with you. I am. England defence worries me, says I'm heel. Thoughts on Tuchel starting Madueke? I presume Saka's not fit. That's my thoughts on that, Kieran. Haaland has utterly destroyed Gahey whenever they've played. Konza has handled him as a centre, hasn't handled him as a centre back. Tuchel has botched this, says Baltia. Beauty Full Mess says, I'm so nervous I might throw up. I'm more nervous today than I was when Arsenal were playing the Champions League final. Yeah, I mean, I do feel that jeopardy, definitely. I mean, you know, what will Wednesday night be if we're out? I want to be the team that knocks Argentina out. And to do that, we've got to knock out Norway. Andre Gomez says, amazing game at hand. English people were class in Mexico. Hope we can get a friendly at Wembley. I loved that game in the Azteca, mate. Absolutely loved it. My brother was wed today. Huge game today. Come on, England, says Constantine. You know what? I was thinking about that today. There'll be a lot of people who have their wedding today. Now, if you are at a wedding, I don't care if it's a special day. It's 2 hours. The disco can start at midnight, you know? Hi, Mark. Hope you're keeping cool. Come on, England. And rest in peace, Jaden Adams, too. Yeah, I said this on United Stand, but it's probably as more important here. Devastating news about Jaden Adams. Only 25. We were watching him play for South Africa only a couple of weeks ago. Sadly passed away. Devastating for South Africa. I mean, this is one of their better players. But that doesn't matter anyway. It's one of their players. Absolutely stunningly sad news. And I know South Africa is in mourning, but the rest of the football is as well. So rest in peace to him and all his, you know, family and friends and, you know, South Africans as well. It's such a sad story, and it proves that, you know, life is precious. So we should enjoy these moments while we have them. Great comment, Becky. If we have a lead at 45, give me big boy Dan Byrne, says Mark Goldbridge as Darth Vader. This game would be determined by England defence, says David. I think it's about the midfield, David. I think the Norwegian defence and English defence are about the same. I think the wingers are about the same. I think the goalkeepers are about the same. I think Kane and Haaland are about the same. But I think our midfield's better than theirs. So I think that's where the game has to be won. That's where England have to win it. Was England clear to use Viagra again? I hope so, says Mark Goldbridge as Darth Vader. He's back again. We all love English football. Love from Norway, says Buzzer. Hey, look, my respect for Norway is here, and it will be afterwards. The battle lines are drawn for 90 minutes, and when you get decisions I don't like, I'll go mad, and I'm sure it's the other way around. But much like Mexico, I think one of the great things about this tournament in the English games that we've played so far is that there has been good battles and fair battles as well. So, you know, I can't say good luck to Norway, but let's see on the other see on the other side. Would you like revenge game against Argentina? Yes. Yeah, I wanted Egypt to beat them. I couldn't give a shit what happens against Switzerland. I actually think if we get Switzerland, we'll expect to beat them, and it might be quite dangerous. If we get Argentina, they'll be favourites and we'll be motivated. I actually think Argentina is the better game for Norway and England if we get through. Which is why I say Norway as well, because I'm not going to be as arrogant as to say we're through. But I think for whoever gets through, Norway or England, we'd be better off playing Argentina because we'll be the underdogs and we'll be motivated. Whereas if we get Switzerland, we'll be the favourites. Manzambi's not playing in that game either. Everyone, good luck from Croatia. Hope you win the World Cup. Thank you very much, TH. I have issues keeping a stiffy recently, says Wacko. And Shane says, I'm up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for a 7:30 bus to Dublin for the All-Ireland Gaelic football semi-final. Kerry against Dublin. Up the Kerry. Best of luck tonight. Come on, Norway, says Shane. Well, I'm sure you can watch it and get in bed and get yourself a good 5 hours. 6 hours. Unless it goes to extra time. Are you worried about extra time? Yes, I would worry. I would be worried about the connotations of extra time because I don't want penalties. I mean, if you've ever watched me watch England in a penalty shootout, I don't know how I survive it. I mean, that Colombia one in 2018. I don't mind penalties when it's not my team in it, but if it's Man United or England, and you know, normally England, it's in a major tournament. Man United against fucking Grimsby in the Carabao Cup. I mean, I wish. I'm mildly nervous, but this, in the World Cup, it's worse. And you're very fortunate if you can get to a World Cup final without playing a penalty shootout. So I don't know whether I'd rather play it against Norway or play it against Argentina. Imagine losing a bloody penalty shootout to Argentina in a semi-final. I mean, that would be hard to take. But look, I'm a firm believer that sometimes a penalty shootout is what you deserve because maybe you're up against it. But if you're the favourite, you've got 90 minutes to win a game of football. I don't really have any sympathy with Germany when they went out on penalties because they had 120 minutes to win that game, and then you end up in a lottery. And that's what a penalty shootout is. A penalty shootout is a lottery. If an underdog can take you to penalties, suddenly it's a 50-50 game. So. And that goes for Norway as well. Do you want to be in a penalty shootout with England? You're going to want to win it in 90, aren't you? Same as us. So, yeah. I am standing up for this game. Why aren't you standing up then? Great point. There it goes. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Yes, I am. Oh, yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Ooh. Yes, I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for football. Yes, I'm ready. I am ready. Are you ready? That's the main question. Is it coming home? It's coming home, definitely. Right, I've got to do something about this chair. Get it over here. Get your son out of there. That'll do me, right? As an Egyptian living in England, I want that game. I hope that means I want England. I'm on the gin and tonics to take the edge off, says Nick P. Heavy Light, thanks for your super chat. I wish we bought a different winger compared to Madueke. I just don't see it with him. Ask me, I think he's a bit one-dimensional. Hopefully I'm wrong, though, says the Recon guy. You know what, though? Madueke against Wolf. If that was Arsenal against Wolves, you'd expect him to have a good game. So maybe look at it like that. Is that Trossard, the ref? Yeah. Hey, Trossard, remember he pays your wages. Arsenal. Who do Arsenal play for? Where do Arsenal play? England. Good luck. I smell our left wing will be the difference, says Henning Olsen. Everything good. Look, everyone good luck. Thank you very much. Heavy Light, thank you very much. I can't wait to see England lose, says I hate paper straw. I mean, look, I'm ready for that as well. I mean, this literally happened on Monday morning, didn't it? We had people saying, what's it going to feel like when you lose? Also, happy belated 25th birthday to The Office. Have they got that programme on yet for The Office? Because I might watch that tonight with Gareth and Tim. Is that on tonight? Let me have a quick look. No, I don't think they put it on tonight. Come on! Come on in! Let's be having ya! I'm bloody ready for this. Come on! Come on, England! Adas says, losing on penalties is the worst way to lose for anyone. Hope to see a great game. Hope Norway win, but good luck to both. From Adas. Thank you very much. Very respectful tweets, which is great to see. We are all ready to go here, and I hope you are as well. It is hot. I mean, one thing we haven't mentioned, and we probably should have mentioned, is it is very hot in this game, and It is in Norway. I think it's topping 30 degrees. So that's going to impact Norway the same. Neither of us are South American teams or used to this sort of heat. So I think factually it sort of it plays into both hands there, and it's about how you manage that heat, I suppose. Look, it's a World Cup quarter-final. Everyone knew it was going to be bloody hot. It's not a surprise. Let's fucking have it, you know? Let's have it. Let's bloody well have it. My son. I've had 3 Lions on. I've had World in Motion on. We're ready to go. Can England stop Haaland? Can Norway stop Kane? Lovely little moment of, I think it's silence for Jaden Adams there. Was playing in this World Cup a couple of weeks ago. Tragic loss of life. And, you know, it's... it's sad. Very sad. And, you know, quite rightly, England and Norway fans and players pay tribute there. Please do share the video, everybody. Let's see how many we can get. You know, we had like 30,000 watching at 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday, which is absolutely incredible. So please do share the video, and let's see how many we can get watching tonight. You will be entertained, I'm sure, one way or another. We're just about ready to go here. Be interested to... I mean, look, I don't expect a fast-paced end-to-end game. It's too hot. It could be a bit strategic. It could. I think scoring first will be massively beneficial. But it could be a bit of a game of chess as well. I think you'll be very careful about... tackles. We've seen, you know, that red card in the last game, and you know, there's a lot of players on the pitch who will have played against each other before. We've got nearly 20,000 watching already. Incredible. Why aren't you wearing your full kit, Mark? Says 1 Inch Wonder. No, I'm a bit like Gary and Roy and Wayne and all that lot now, you know. I just wear non-branded clothing and try and look like I'm just cash, you know. 30 degrees is warm. It's not hot. It's the humidity, mate. I mean, you know what? I'll tell you a story. I was out in the garden this afternoon. 2 o'clock, 32 degrees. Playing a bit of football. Fucking hell. It takes it out of you. You know, when you're trying to whack one in the top corner and you put all your energy into it, fucking hell, you're breathing heavy after. Unless it goes in which case I was feeling no tiredness. But it didn't. We've got England 2-0 for 1 million. Love you, Mark, says Grand Prix. Actually, I nearly choked on an ice cube today. Not joking. I forgotten I'd put an ice cube in my drink. And it was half melted. And I went like that. And it hit the back of my throat, and my reaction was to swallow, and it got stuck. And luckily I went like that, and because it's slippy, it popped back out. But I was thinking, you know, if it had been stuck, I wonder if I'd like have had the brains to like think about melting it. How would you melt it quick? You know, I don't think I would have done. I think I would have panicked. Pulled an all-nighter to watch this in Australia. Come on, England, let's have it, lads. See you at the semis. Buzzing about this game, says Ajit. Still reeling from the US embarrassment themselves on Monday, so I've joined the bandwagon. Never thought I'd say it, but it's coming home, says Sean. We've got England 2-0 for 1 mil. Love you, Mark, says Grand Prairie. Wow, 4 yellow cards among the first 11. Could impact how they play, says Chiri. Who's on a yellow card for England then? Because I don't have that information. I've completely missed that. So, Dead Boy says, cheers, dude. See you on the other side. Come on, Norway. Come on, England, for my dad who passed last week, says Dan Green. And Eastern Cape Man says, I would like to say, send a big rest in peace to B. a young South African prop who lost his life in France in the heat waves. Oh, that sounds terrible, mate. Rest in peace. It's going to be nice seeing England not being able to just pass it around the defence. Might actually see Tuchel ball this game, says Luke Cottrell. Thank you very much. Well, cheers everyone, whatever you're drinking. Bit of a sketchy start here. It'd be interesting to see who has more possession. I saw a couple of hipsters on social media saying that England might need to prepare to have less of the ball. I don't know where they've got that from. I think Norway will let us have the ball. I mean, Norway are capable of having possession, but I never thought that. 63% went with an England win, 37% went with a Norway win. I actually agree with that. I think it's 60-40 in England's favour. I said that in the preview. So, yeah, well done. Who's on a yellow card for England then? Does anyone know? And obviously, if you get a yellow card, you miss the semi, don't you? Thanks for the super chats, by the way, Luke Cottrell. Appreciate that. Rice and Bellingham have one. Kane and O'Reilly. Bellingham, Rice, O'Reilly. All on a yellow card. And Gahey, apparently. That's 5. I'm getting different. Jones Stones has got half the team's got one now. But I think we can safely say that Bellingham, Rice, and O'Reilly have got one. Can we the biggest Saxons versus Vikings battle since 1066, says Ryle. The Battle of Stamford Bridge, yes, not the one at Hastings. Goldbridge knows his history. Can we take a moment to appreciate Tuchel benching Rashford because it wasn't working? Realised Gordon fit the team better, says Audi Red Devil. Yes, but I also think Rashford and Saka could be useful off the bench. Michael Higgs says, Mark, big fan. My bet builder is Kane to score, over 2.5 goals, over 2.5 bookings, over 9.5 corners, and both teams to score. Let's go England. That's not a bad one. We are sponsored by Ball Sports. My bet builder is England to win, Haaland to score at any time, Kane over 1.5 shots. And if he plays that into Haaland, well played Stones and Rice. Yeah, I've got both teams to score, England to win, Kane over 1.5 shots, Haaland to score at any time, and over 2.5 goals. Rice is on a yellow card, and he'd be crucial if we get through, said Jared. Well, surely if Rice gets a yellow card, we can have a word with Infantino, get Trump to help, and, you know, we'll be all right. Sam says, slow ball at the moment. Yeah, but it's all England with the ball, isn't it? Did say that. I think this is a bit wonky. I think I've just made it worse. It's better. That's better. Trump will help Kane because he played golf with him, yeah. Norway had 66% possession against Brazil. Yeah, but Brazil ain't Brazil, are they? Good play here by Kane and Gordon. They get it to O'Reilly. That's got to go into the back post there. Too slow. Anderson. He switches the play. Lovely ball out to Madueke. He has got a very good range of passing, Anderson. And I think people are... Oh, how the fuck have you got yourself offside there, you absolute clown? Mate, that's an absolute... I hate this. So fucking lazy. You're looking right down the line. It's inexcusable. Inexcusable, that. TR6 says, Rashford's better than Nanny McPhee. Hope the Swiss knock Argentina out later, says Lord Harkey. Norway had 60%. Yeah, Robert, yeah, but look, what we got already, England have had 75% possession. So, tactical shift from Norway, let England have the ball, maybe. Haaland's got a bit of time here. Oh, good play by Stones. Also, remember, lovely play by Bellingham. Wins the free kick. Yeah, also remember, Brazil weren't all that. And also remember, Morocco played really well in this World Cup, got to the quarter-final, played France, and sort of shit the bed with their tactics. Who's to say Norway in the quarterfinals might go, Morocco, let's play really compact and try and counter. They might change who they are. Yellow cards are cleared, says Ramon. I don't think they're cleared until the semi. And as Nick P, bus firmly parked for Norway. Well, they're not playing a possession game, are they? Think it's a clean sheet on yellow cards at the quarterfinals onwards, says Jason. Connor says they're not cleared until after this match. Good play. Yeah, Anderson's had a good start. Madueke is free. I don't know why O'Reilly didn't fancy that pass, because he was free. They're tucking right in the Norway defence. Look, there is always an out ball on the opposite side of the ball. Personally, I would say that I would rather Norway wanted the ball. I think England's worst games in this World Cup have been against Ghana and DR Congo when we've played teams that let us have the ball. I think England are better. I think it worked against Mexico because they had a go and we had a go. And it worked against Croatia because they had a go and we had a go. So maybe the Norwegian coach, who's been tactically very good in this tournament, has looked at it and gone, England struggle. When the onus is on them, let them have the ball. Danny Lee Hardy says, I want England to win, but whoever wins, I want them to win the World Cup. Yeah, I would agree with that. To the word. United barely have any representation in this quarterfinals, and I'm not counting Rashford. If Haaland keeps cooking, City fan base is about to skyrocket, says Jov. Fair play, Mark. You know your history. We've done the Norwegian Vikings at Stamford Bridge, only to march south 2 days later there. William was like, bonjour, says Anglo-Saxon. Oh, mate, I love that. Battle of Hastings, Battle of Stamford Bridge. They're two of my favourite battles, with the Battle of Hoth and the Battle of Helm's Deep. Oh, fucking hell. Another wide ball to Madueke, and he fucking handballs it this time. Fucking hell. Don't bother next time. Twice we've got it out to him. Multifrex says, I'm going to America next week. Please win England. I like to be in America. It's a lovely ball by Anderson out to O'Reilly. What do you got? What do you got? Ah, he got tackled. I'll tell you what, Anderson's had a very good start. But O'Reilly's out of position now. Start, bench, sell. Haaland, Messi, Mbappe. Well, you start Messi. Depends what you want. If you want pure ability, Mbappe's better than Haaland. If you want an out-and-out striker, Haaland's better than Mbappe. Alonso is ruthless. Garnacho's getting sold, says Max. Well done. Good luck to your England, Mark. I have so many parlays going on. Goals, please, says Jason. Very hot for the players, says Daniel Svensson. 11 minutes gone. Well, they'll get the hydration breaks, and it's probably the day where hydration breaks are absolutely correct. Good luck, Mark, says Timothy. I mean, I'd be devastated if we got knocked out tonight, as I'm sure Norwegians would as well. But I'll be honest, we saw it with Morocco, France. We saw it with Spain, Belgium. And the third quarter-final in a row, I think we're seeing it again. It's a game of chess. Norway are not looking to be as expansive as they were against Brazil. And it looks like they're setting up to counter, which means more of a tactical game. It needs a goal. It needs an England goal to open Norway up. But if they get the goal, they'll carry on. How you doing, Mark? Says Max. Doing well. I don't like Madueke, says Gonaldo. Bit of possession here for Norway. More than capable of keeping it. Daryl says, good luck to England from America. American Three Lions fan, says Daryl. Cameraman, I think, fell over there. Venus Williams, I think. Having a glass of champers. Wasn't Sir Jim with her. That would be completely inappropriate. There's a massive age difference. But he wishes he was there. Soon as we get home, bread. Who do you think a slower game favours, says Adam? Norway. I think if Norway are waiting for the chance to counter, they've got one of the best counter-attacking strikers in the game. They're playing a 4-5-1 Norway, and it's very compact. They've obviously got a game plan. And, you know, as I said before the game, it's not really about how you play. It's about whether you're in the semi-final, isn't it? And a lot of teams take that approach. Will there ever be a boy who can swim faster than a shark, says Seven Destroyer? The big question for the ages there. Thank you, Adam, for that question. Might be crazy, but with the increase of games and workload on the players nowadays, do you ever see it being 12v12 instead of 11? Just a thought, says Artads. I don't think 12v12 would work on a game of football. We'd notice how compressed it would be. Yeah, Nitro, I won't be doing any start bench sales. Anthony Gordon wins a corner there. Well done. 22,000 watching already. Let me just shout out the fact that we're on 1.49600. We're 400 subscribers away from 1.5 million. So please do subscribe, bottom right hand corner. And if you have subscribed, please share the video. You know what? I want to say something. David Beckham's there. I'm not talking about David Beckham. I have picked up, when I've been listening to certain ex-players on BBC or the ITV or whatever, I'm not convinced some of our media and ex-players want England to win. Now, I don't know whether it's the Tuchel thing, but I'm just not convinced that they do. I'm all in. I'm absolutely 100% I'm in. But I do pick up that some of them don't actually want us to win it. Beckham must be nuts for wearing a suit. Yeah, but he's used to that life, isn't he? You know, he's lived in Miami, LA, Madrid. That cross needed to go in from Anthony Gordon. Fuck knows why he didn't cross that. That is poor. Bellingham's made the run. Madueke's made the run and he refused it. I think he's looking at Kane, but he's not seen that people have made the run. Alan Shearer doesn't want us to win. I mean, I don't listen to him anyway. Not many people do. What's your evidence, Krat? What's your evidence? Just listening to them. I don't think they're as enthusiastic as some of us are. It's coming home, you know. We've got a great chance to get behind the team, get behind the manager. I think some of them are just bloody miserable. Maybe that's the cross. There we go. That's good from Anthony Gordon. That should have happened before. Maybe it's when you've played the game, you get a little bit of resentment for current players. And you're sort of like, well, I didn't win it. I don't want them to win it. I don't know. Obviously, I didn't play the game for England. So maybe there's a little bit of that. I mean, Michael Owen, was that a true quote from Michael Owen about the Mexico game? Or was it... There's so many fake quotes about these days. You just never know. But there was a quote I saw from Michael Owen about... it wasn't even that impressive against Mexico. I was like... Well, it's all England at the moment. We're about, well, no, we're still 5 minutes away from a hydration break. But I think, obviously, as an English man, I would love us to score first. But I think for the neutral, it would need an England goal because the Norwegian approach, whilst it is working, is quite dull. And it reminds me a little bit of Morocco against France. And I think it's a bit of a shame because, you know, Morocco were better than that and Norway are better than this first 20 minutes. But if it works, it works. But you'd think that teams might look at Morocco and go, it didn't work. But it's very reminiscent of Ghana. It's a nice ball into Gordon. But it is defence against attack and the defence is waiting for a counter. Cross comes in. Oh, goal kick. Crosses into the box is the way. There's a good cross here from Anderson. I think Anderson's had a good start. Bellingham just couldn't get hold of it. Love's got the world in motion and I can't believe it's true. Love's got the world in motion and I can't believe it's you. We're singing for England. We're singing the song. We're singing for England. England. Arrivederci, it's 1-on-1. Come on, everyone, join in. Fucking hell. Don't worry, Mark. I played as Man United and FC 26 and made sure to sign Fernandes, Tonali and Anderson. The Glazers were not happy, though, says Marco. Hey, Mark, which Oasis song best represents Ronaldo's career? Oh, hold on. Kane. Tell you what, Bellingham's making all the right moves. We're just not finding Bellingham. He's making some very good moves. What Oasis song best represents Ronaldo's career? I mean, he's had a bloody good career. Probably the greatest football career in world football. The only person who gets anywhere near him. I mean, his career is better than anybody, apart from probably Messi. Rashford would love the space Gordon's getting, Robert, but the second half is there for that. Crying out for Mainu, says Danny. Really don't think it is. What's your thoughts on Reece James, says Ben. Good player when he's fit. Mbappe's not had a better career than bloody Ronaldo. Here's O'Reilly's getting a lot of space as well. We just need this first goal. What do I think of Vindaloo? Lovely. Oh, the song? Yeah, good. Mark, can we have a song again? Na 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 la la. Vindaloo, Vindaloo. Vindaloo, Vindaloo, la la. Come on, O'Reilly, cross in, back post, Madueke. What the fuck? Why is he running under the ball? You saw the cross. The Norwegian player's struggling under the cross, and Madueke comes running in like he's playing that game where you whack the donkey with a blindfold on. You've seen it's going to bounce. He's having a right shit game at the moment. Aaron, thanks for the super chat. I think pundits are negative because it gives them more clicks. It's the same with United. If they lose, more money they make by criticism, says Johnny. Let's go England, supporting from the US, says Owen. "22 minutes. It's going to be a hydration break in a minute. And I tell you what, we need a hydration break because it's hot. But I'm sure Tuchel is going to have a word with lovely play. O'Reilly. Look at him. Oh, Madueke cross, and O'Reilly did get onto it, but I don't think he anticipated that he had an open goal. Big chance. Madueke did well there. And that's the hydration break. Oh, if that had gone in, that would have been a big moment. Seen more pace in walking football. Yeah, well, look, hydration break. I don't think that was an easy chance for O'Reilly. Hydration break because it's hot. Very useful in this game. But also, it's a chance for Tuchel to do a little bit of tactical changes here. I mean, what I would be saying is get the crosses into the box. Get the crosses into the box. They look like our best chance of scoring. I mean, Kane and Haaland at the moment are out. They're being nullified. So we've got loads of possession. Let's have a look at the possession stats. Yeah, 73% possession, but we've had no shots from either team. And we don't want penalties. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, we don't want penalties when we've got 73% possession of the game. We need to score first. So I think England, for me, get crosses into the box. Keep putting crosses into the box. And I think Madueke and Gordon at times have refused those crosses. Put crosses into the box. It's the best way. Possession up high keeps Haaland quiet, says Abrams. Why does the ref look like Trossard? I don't know, JBS, but definitely does. Shout out to my mate Ollie, whose missus made him go to Paddington Bear the Musical before the game. 20-minute window to sprint to the pub afterwards, says Sack. I mean, that's crap. You know, if he'd gone to see, like, Phantom of the Opera or Masters of the Universe in the cinema, I might have let him off. But Paddington, the musical, and you're cutting it fine to watch an England game. I'm with you, Sack. Paddington the Pratt Bear, who bloody eats marmalade. Yeah, what a load of crap. Do you think Kane gave Trump any mulligans, says Basil? Seen more pace in walking football, we've done that one. You're not reading that. Miami heat is no joke. I went on a work trip, says Nick P. It was like stepping into a sauna coming out of the airport. Yazza said, I'm black English. After what happened in the 20 Euros, I stopped supporting England, but I want them to win after Norway played their reserves. Unleash Henderson, says Rebecca. Well, can't do that. He's got a wrist injury. Me dad, me mum and me gran, we're off to Vindaloo. No, we're off to Waterloo. Me dad, me mum and me gran and a bucket of Vindaloo. No, 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 la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la, la la la. I'm trying. I am trying. You come up against all challenges in a World Cup. What do you think about that? International football should not allow foreign managers and coaching staff. I think it makes sense. How can it be nation versus nation when the most important person is foreign? What a load of crap, Goldbridge. Owen Hargreaves was born in Canada. He could have played for Germany. You know, it's ridiculous. I mean, if they put that rule in, fine, but that rule's not there, and I don't have a massive problem with it. Mark, I don't see Delo in the lineup or bench, says that's an old one, that. Looks like you've been hitting the gym, Mark, says Hamid. I don't think I have. And what are you drinking tonight, Nicholas? I'm on the old, I nearly said Alvino. I'm not on. I'm just traditional lager. Heineken. Get the guitar out, Mark. No, I refuse to get... Oh, Bellingham. That's a foul. It's a yellow card. Send him off! Send him off! He's the last man! It could have killed him! Send him off, ref! Send him off! To be honest, it's probably more of a... Hey, he's a murderer! He could have killed him! It's attempted murder! Look! Oh, that should be a yellow card. That should be a yellow card. Must be genetics then, says Hamid. It's a good position for England, but it's probably one where I wish we had Saka. because you want to curl it with the left foot. What's that bit of... Oh, it's the... So that's a big, massive load of white. Kane's crap at free kicks. I think Madueke with his left foot. This is not a right-footer's free kick. It's a left-footer free kick. I don't know why Kane's taking this, because there's only one place he can go. And the referee knows it. And the goalkeeper knows it. He's got to go round into that corner, and the goalkeeper knows it. See? I think Madueke should have took that. Over the bar. Well, it's not close, is it? Kane goes like that. Ooh. Just blasted it over the bar, straight at the keeper. It was nowhere near going in. And he's there going like this. Ooh. Fuck off. It's straight at the goalkeeper, about 10 metres high. It's not ooh at all. That was a waste of a free kick. Madueke should have took it on his left foot. Then again, Madueke's playing shit, so maybe Kane's right to call. This makes me nervous. I can't sit down. I see you're the same. Oh, mate, I can't. Man United games and big England games, I can't sit down. Are you going to do the Argentina game, says Philip. The plan is to do the Argentina game. I think it depends what happens with this. I won't lie. If England get knocked out, the motivation to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning will be limited. If England win, I'll be very focused on it because it's our semi-final. So I will be honest and say that. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Boyle Sports. Big shout out to Boyle Sports for sponsoring us on the stream today. I have got my bet builder where you put a number of things together and they need to all come in for you to win that bet. Unfortunately, because of the way the game's going, I might be struggling a little bit because I've gone for goals. I've got England to win, both teams to score, over 2.5 goals, Haaland to score at any time, Harry Kane over 1.5 shots. Obviously, Kane's just had a shot, so he's had one, but it's not looking like a high-scoring game at the moment. Hopefully, Norway have just had a slow start and they're going to grow into the game and open up a little bit. Also got another question for you. I'll tell you the Haaland answer at half-time. Good play by Pickford. But second question. In England's last game, Harry Kane became the first player on record to do which two things in the same FIFA World Cup match? I'll give you the answer at half-time. Back yourself with Ball Sports. 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. Why are the Norwegians doing the row the boat thing? I mean, that's basically the Mexican wave, isn't it? They're bored as well. Here's Kane. Into Gordon. That's a foul. Yeah, ref's got that right. It's not a soft one. It's a foul. Mercer says, unrelated, but in rugby, a player has been granted permission to play for Lebanon because his stepfamily is Lebanese. Imagine that in football. I mean, that's a step too far, Mercer, isn't it, really? Madueke would have done a Sterling, says Gamaldo. Robbo96 has forfeit the Bellingham yellow for the foul on him. Whatever happens, Tuchel has surpassed Southgate, going to the Azteca and walking away with their respect. Gladiator style tops it all for me, says Nick P. Well, you know what? I said it before the game. The Azteca result reminds me of Rocky IV. You go in there against all odds and you come out with a win and you end up with the crowd appreciating you when at the start they didn't. So I think we did. I think it reminds me of Rocky IV. Yeah, thank you very much, Will Morris. I don't think many people got the joke there. So basically, Mercer said that a player can play for Lebanon because of his step-family. And I said, I think it's a step too far. I had to explain it now, but some people in the chat did get it. Do you like the game at the moment? No. I'm not stressed yet, but if this was 72 minutes at 0-0 like this, I'd be getting stressed because I'm like, Norway are playing for pens, and I don't want penalty shootout. You know, if it's a 6-goal thriller and neither team can be you know, split. Oh, fucking hell. Stones got fucking lucky there. Very lucky. I think if Haaland had been awake, that was 1-0 to Norway. Fucking hell, that was a chance. Ryerson's dealing with Gordon as well. That could have. I was surprised Haaland wasn't awake to that because he's normally the best in the business. Played Ryerson. I like Ryerson. He's a good right back. But no, if both teams are going at each other and it finishes 3-3 and it goes to penalties, let's do it. But I don't want a penalty shootout when, you know, we've had 70% possession of the ball and they're playing counter-attacking football, because I think they're favourites then. Rice's set pieces and corners have been awful as well, says Hamid. Thanks for your super chat, pal. McGregor via Holloway, Watchalong. What time's that? Real Slim Shaney. England struggle against the low block. 100%. What's your thoughts on the new Portuguese manager? 4:30 AM. So technically it's after the Argentina game, isn't it? My thoughts on the new Portuguese manager is it doesn't sound like it's the end of Ronaldo, does it? Haaland up with a header. That was dangerous. Cross came in. He rose like a hobbit on a trampoline. And referee says play on as Kane goes down. I don't know whether the ref was right there, but it's a goal. Well, that's going to be very controversial because Shaderup has scored, but Kane went down. I don't think this gets given. If it's good enough for Messi and it's good enough for Argentina, it's good enough for us. That's not a goal. I'm not having that. I want to see a replay. Fuck that. If it's good enough for Argentina, it's good enough for us. I want to see a replay. Nah, he gets the ball. He gets the fucking ball. How's Pickford getting beat from there, though? I think Pickford moves his hand away. I think he thinks it's going for a goal kick. I don't know. It's a great goal. It's a good goal. Fucking hell! Fuck's sake. I don't think it's a foul on Kane. I don't think it will get given. And I think it's a cross by Shaderup. It's like Ronaldinho in 2002. I think he's fucking fluked that, to be honest. But I don't think it's the same as Martinez. I think it's a goal. Fucking hell! You know what? You know where England have made a mistake there? Kane's gone down and we've gone foul. We've not switched on. Konsa's defending is shit to stop the cross, and the midfield again haven't reacted to the fact that he's not given a foul. Fucking hell, it's a long way back now. Fucking idiots. You've got to score first in a game like this. Fucking, we've been absolutely done there. They've absolutely scammed us. They've just sat back, and then countered us twice. Haaland with the header. And then Shaderup with the goal. We've been fucking mugged off. We can't beat a low block, and we've been done on the counter. Fucking hell. Whoa, yeah, I'm a bit worried. Look, long way to go. Hopefully it's a wake-up call. Nick Pieces, I don't mind that. It was a placid match. I think we need a wake-up as well. Hi, Mark. Do you think Luke Shaw or Harry Maguire would make the team better? No. I think that's a terrible comment, George. Unless you like left-backs that don't go past the halfway line. Kane did make a meal of it. You know, you look at it and you think, well, I want what happened with Argentina. But then when you watch the replay, you go, he kicks the ball. If that's the other way around, the referee gets it spot on. Still got an hour, says Rebecca. Oh, here we go. I love these idiots. Still think England will win the World Cup. What, because we're losing to Norway after 38 minutes? Oh, no, I don't think we can win it anymore. I think it's over. Pack our bags. Oh, it nearly was there. 2-0. I'd have looked right, twat, if that had gone in. Saul off. Norway are playing Carrick ball. It's been very effective. I'm Irish and I can see you need Mainu to control and midfield and progress up the field. I don't think we do need Mainu, Jay. I think that's just a Man United fan myth. We have switched off here. Norway are in the ascendancy and England are fucking bottling it at the moment. They need to switch the fuck on fast. Because Norway have had 2 chances in the last 2 minutes, having done nothing for the previous half an hour. Their tails are up and England look a little bit shell-shocked. And they need to switch the fuck on very, very quickly. James is loving the England hate. See, what Norway are going to do now, and Haaland's telling them, is just drop. He was literally pushing them back, saying, drop, get back in the shape, let them have the ball. Rebecca says they sense Pickford is crap. Some of the passing. I mean, Gahey may as well have put a fucking stamp on that pass. Got to get Saka on as well. I don't think Madueke's up to it at this level. Oh, forget Rice. Rice is not fit, is he? I mean, has anyone else figured this out? I don't think Declan Rice is actually fit. I'm not sure Rice is fit. Why he's not attacking that ball there? Pause for another hydration break, says Robbo. Trump touch curse, says Kim. Hydration break strikes again, says Alpha. Yeah, Rice did have a bug. Yeah, but he's not fit. He's not fit, is he? You know. England do look rattled at the moment. What's that? You know what we've got to do? Sort our fucking passing out and make it and up the tempo. Play the simple pass. Move the ball forward. Quick, quick, quick. Rotate the ball. Move, pass, move, pass. Stop going for risky passes. Norway are confident. We're not. We've got 4 minutes to half time. You can't let it. You can't just let it drift. This game's going to be very fucking hard in this heat. Chasing the game. Wait, you were crying Mainu not playing. What? No, I wasn't. You think you mixed me up with someone else, Marvel. I've never said Mainu should start for England. I've never said it once. Madueke's looking good, says Basil. Okay. Well, you have your opinion, I'll have mine. This side-to-side shit's not going to work. They're playing a back 5. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing here. We don't know what to do we? We've got no fucking idea how to get through this low press. It's quite worrying, actually. We've gone back to our own half. Fucking hell. Who was responsible for marking Shader up, says Abram's ponytail, Konza. I think, to be honest, at the moment, if I was Norwegian, I'd be looking very, very happy because it could be 2-0 here. Good defending. Good defending. Really well done, whoever got back there. They had a 2v1. That there, I think Sorloth, if he gets that across to Haaland quicker, Haaland's through one-on-one. England are on the ropes here. They're like they've taken that punch, and they're unsteady on the feet. Madueke, corner. I mean, this is a bit of a relief. Relentless Rosa says, "Come on, England, Bellingham to score." Playing a back five and we're passing it sideways and backwards, says Danny. Before Haaland, Norway was only known for salmon, says Parker. Cross the bloody ball, says Jacquet Worthing. This is giving shades of the game against Denmark in the Euros 21, says Angelo. Gamaldo says we're missing Hendo's cheerleading. Well, the game's going to go very quickly now when you're 1-0 down. We saw that... Oh, another fucking shit cross by Rice. He was offside as well. He can't be fit. He can't be fit. He can't be fit, Declan Rice. I mean, this is like an imposter. I've never seen Rice play this shit. He's crossing, you know, his intensity, his passing. He looks... I know he's an important player, but not like this. I know it's a massive blow for England, but, you know, I've seen England go to World Cups with Beckham after his metatarsal and he wasn't the same. I've seen Rooney with his... Yeah, you can't just put a good player on the pitch when they're not fit. I think he's got to look at Mainu. It's a nice ball in for Gordon. He will get there. Oh, for fuck's sake! You're playing shit, lads! Fucking shit! This is abysmal! What were you doing in the Azteca? And what are you doing here? Fucking shite! This is unacceptable! It's fucking rubbish. This was the big... You know when I did the preview yesterday? I said exactly this. The biggest problem for England is going to be complacency. You've done the job in Mexico. Bellingham. Bellingham. Bellingham! Get in! What a goal! He's done it again! Fuck off! What a goal! What a goal! What a goal! Absolutely brilliant. Out of nothing. He's done it again. What a goal! What did I tell you? I've just turned the light off. The lights are going back on this World Cup. Brilliant goal, right on half time. That's magic. That's magic. That's magic. Oh, Anthony Gordon, well done as well. He just made a right mistake, but he does the right thing here. Out on the wing. Lovely ball into Bellingham. First touch is a killer. Great finish on the left foot. This guy's world class. He's world class. There's a lot to do there. It's a brilliant finish on the left foot. What a goal. And that is absolutely well timed. Oh, we can breathe. We can breathe. We do not want to be going in at half time thinking about a long second half trying to get back into the game. He's furious. He's thrown his bottle. He's nearly assaulted someone. But I tell you what, England have got problems. I mean, they are still there. Rice, Madueke. I think these are changes that need to happen unless England can get the tails up a little bit. Bellingham's the guy. Get Bellingham on the ball. Kane. Don't shoot, Kane. What are you doing, Kane? He thinks he's close again. Ooh, you fucking... Mate, what is wrong with you? You weren't close. I said it's as relentless, Rosa. Yeah, some of you are a lot more relaxed about it than me. Hendo's available on the bench in a Sportcast, says 2A. It's coming home, never in doubt, says Hansa. How embarrassing. One shot, pathetic, says Hansa. I think that was before the goal. He wasn't fit for Arsenal's last 10 games, says Jared. Norway fans must have been doing the row outside England's hotel last night. We looked tired, says Chris. England slower than a snail's funeral. We need some pace, says Rishab. And that goal did come from pace. And that's a lovely ball into Gordon. Come on, this is the last chance before half-time. Let's create something. Dan says, Sorloth on the wing is useless. It's like putting Kane there. I don't understand why they do that, but apparently it's for the long diagonal. Get Mainu on, says Moore. Is Kane! Is he onside? He's offside. He's offside. You better be right with that flag, or you can ram it right up your arse. Oh, it's close. He's right. The linesman's right. Damo says, I'd love Norway-Switzerland semi. Would you ever do F1 watch-along, says Dola? I have done. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. We've got 33,000 watching. Please do share the video. It's half-time. Thoughts on that half? Oh, I tell you what. I'm very happy. Bellingham sprints in at half-time. I think Bellingham has the mentality that's needed. Look, there's a lot to unpack in that half of football, but I'm absolutely ecstatic that England are back in it, because I think it's such a different mentality in each dressing room now. I think in England's dressing room, you've got to be angry. You've got to go in and be angry, not relieved. You've got to go in and you've got to go, look, that ain't fucking acceptable. That's a shit half of football. We're very lucky to be back at 1-1. I think in the Norway dressing room, you're like, we put all that work in. We score the goal. We actually had a chance at 1-0 where Sorloth could have slipped Haaland in, and it's 2-0, and he was selfish. And I think Norway go in and they go, how are we level at half-time? How has that happened? So I think Norway go in a little bit, disappointed, whereas I think England hopefully go in a little bit relieved, but angry. Realistically, I don't think Rice is fit. Hopefully it's the illness and not an injury. I think Anderson's done well. I actually think Anderson had a good first half. Bellingham's done well when he's been on the ball. The wide players for me, Gordon got better in the second half, but I think I'd like Saka on if he's fit. I'd like Saka on that right-hand side. Kane's been a bit quiet. Defensively, England have done okay, but yeah, I think that goal is such a relief at such an important time. And it could have been worse, though. It could have been worse. It could have been worse for England. I mean, as soon as Norway scored, we seemed to just disappear for 5 minutes. Their heads went. And, I mean, there was a shot by, I think it was Odegaard. There was a shot by Sorloth. And then that amazing breakaway from the halfway line where it's a 2v1. I mean, I just don't know how that didn't end up with a really good chance. I think Sorloth got the shot off, but it was blocked, maybe by O'Reilly. But that was a massive chance. I'm sure we'll see it at half-time. But, Sorloth was selfish. Selfish Sorloth. He's just got to... Haaland's made the run. He's just got to play him in, and thank God he didn't. And then the England goal sort of comes out from nothing. It's pure quality by Gordon, a very good pass, and then there's a lot of work for Bellingham to do, but the pass from Gordon sort of commits the centre-back so that if Bellingham's going to get there first, he's past the centre-back because the centre-back has to foul him or let him go. He lets him go, the other one comes across, and it's a very, very, very good finish. But yeah, look, I'll take that at half-time. I thought it might be 0-0 at half-time. It was going to be 1-0 at half-time. It could have been 2-0 to Norway at half-time. So I'll definitely... The way that last 10 minutes went, I'd take 1-1 at half-time. But I think England need a rocket up the arse. And I think that's why Bellingham was running in. Because I think he will know what we know. That was a really shit last 15 minutes from England. Where, it's just not good enough. It's not good enough from Gordon and Madueke. Gordon came better in the second half, but it's not good enough. The wide players aren't delivering. It's not good enough. Rice, it's not good enough. He might not be responsible. He might be ill, but it's not good enough to win a game like this. Is a World Cup quarter-final. We lost to France in the World Cup final in the last tournament. I remember us losing to Brazil in 2002. We've lost 7 out of 10 World Cup quarter-finals. We've only won 3 of them. So you can't take these for granted. A World Cup semi is not that common. So you've got to work for it. And I don't think England are working as well as they could do. And I said it in the preview, our biggest problem is Norway are a decent side, but if we're complacent, and I think we have been a bit complacent, I think we need to switch on. And it's funny because the goal we scored was quick and precise. It was a lovely, clean goal. No deflections, no bouncy ball, just along the grass. Lovely. And we need to do more of that. Jake says, back again. What was your Whoop score this week? I haven't actually got my phone with me, mate. Can't tell you. Fuck knows where that is. I think it has been better for sleep this week because of the lack of early morning games. Harry Kane is going to score a brace and get Ballon d'Or. It's coming home, says Cal. How good is Bellingham? That's a world-class player. I was talking about Bellingham, though. The reality is Bellingham's absolutely brilliant, right? But coming into the World Cup, I was actually wanting him to play in the midfield. And I wanted Morgan Rogers to play as the 10 because it had been working really well. It just shows you how good Bellingham's been. We've got the real Bellingham back. I think it was John Stones defending rather than Sorloth being selfish. The pass wasn't on. Well, I'd love to see it again, Collins, because it would have been a great chance. But look, ultimately, I think Norway may have had the best chances. I don't think it was a foul on Kane. My lucky United jersey strikes again, Mark. Just a minute with him putting it on. I am scared now to take it off. You keep it on, Sahaj. You keep it on. Wilcox knows Bellingham's second cousin Barber, so it's done, says 1 Inch Wonder. Bellingham and Kane are class. Come on, England, says Mahir. The hydration break changed the early momentum, says Hex. So glad we scored. Didn't want Mr. Tumble winning in it for them, says Jason. I saw Shader up many times. We must get him, says Ayus. England seem to suffer from recency bias. As a neutral, I can see so many problems. Your back four looks dodgy and Madueke looks loose and looks useless. You need changes. Chris says, as a Mexican, I kind of hope England wins. So if Argentina go through, it'd be you guys to knock them out. And I love the channel. Could you wish me a happy birthday for tomorrow? Says Supercar Junction. Happy birthday for tomorrow, mate. Happy birthday. I don't think Norway is going to get away with sitting deep. England just needs to apply the pressure, and I think they run away with it, to be honest, says Reverse Clouds. What a player Jude is. God, I love him, says Recon Guy. That's just Kane's resting face. Ooh, says Mahir. Seems Declan's put more money on Norway to win. It's a shame because they're going to show the Bellingham goal here, but they need to show that Sorloth and Haaland chance because what a goal, though. What a goal. It's the finish for me. I mean, he does great work. It's a great pass by Gordon. And the run's really good, but to have the composure, you know, there's a lot of running there. To have the composure from that position and put it low where the keeper can't get it. Bit of height, keeper saves this. The composure is world class. A lot of players would just smash that towards the goal, but he doesn't. He actually places it low. It's such a good finish. Such a good finish. Rice looks undercooked, says Fearfam. Bellingham and Kane have been carrying this team, says Eyes. Justice Vanena, Mainu, Rice has been a passenger, says 1 Inch Wonder. Rice isn't fit. There was a report he's dealing with a hamstring and rest is the only solution. Everyone says James is so good. Where is he, says Andrew. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the super chats. Can I just say as well, this was the chance. Here it is. So Sorloth gets it here. Now, he could have played that pass. He could have played that pass. He fucked it up. He could have played that pass. He could have played that pass. He could have took a touch and played that pass. It was on. It was 100% on. We are, let me just say, I don't know whether England are going to win this. Hopefully they are. And hopefully on the same night that England win it, we can hit 1.5 million subscribers. We are on 1.499909. So we're on 499,909. We are, I'm trying to do the maths, 91 subscribers away from 1.5 million, which is incredible considering only a month ago we were basically 20,000 subscribers off. So it's been an amazing World Cup spending it with you. Still over a week left. But get involved with the channel, That's Football. Please do subscribe. And there is some massive stuff coming up for this channel in the new season, by the way. Really exciting. We're changing the game here. So get involved. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. And if you have subscribed, please click and share the video. Would you make any changes at half-time? Rebecca Bardes has just subscribed. Thank you so much. Would I make any changes at half-time? Look, I do think if Declan Rice isn't fit, you take him off. But I don't think he'll do it. I do think Saka needs to come on for Madueke, but maybe he can only play half an hour. If it goes to extra time, he's got to play, you know, basically nearly 90 minutes. So I think he'll probably keep it with it as it is. Norway manager doing ABH against those drinks, says Spenno. Look, I tell you, I've played the game, you've played the game, you've watched the game. Sorloth could have played Haaland in onto his fucking left foot. That's the worst of it. All he needed to do was look up, find the angle, and Haaland would have let it come across his body and smashed it in with his left foot. That was a massive chance for Norway. And I think sometimes you do get locked in on your side of the story. But I'm fully aware of the Norway story. And at 1-0, if that's England and it's Madueke and Kane doesn't pass it to Madueke, I'm sort of like, fucking hell. You know, even if it's Madueke, you should do that. You should do that. Ego thing with Sorloth, says Rafa. Sitole is the greatest United player out there, says Koyu. What subs would you make at half-time? Personally, I would make, I'd take Madueke off for Saka, and I'd be saying to Rice, come on, let's have an honest word here, mate, because you're either playing shit or you've got a problem. If you've got a problem, let's take you out and hope that we win, and then we can use you in the semi. At the stadium, we miss you here, Mark. Madueke sucks, says Sebas. Enjoy it. Dr. Facken says Madueke is 100% useless. Sitole is better than Messi, says Cal. Mark, if England win, will you do a UFC watch-along tonight, says Kev. If England win, I'll do the Argentina game. How good is Bellingham? He's world class, says Chiri. Harry Kane's going to have done that one. Thank you so much. How is that not a foul on Kane, but it is on Martinez? I don't think it was a foul on Kane, Mario. Even in the heat of a World Cup quarter-final, where we need to win, I still don't think it's a foul on Kane. I've got to be honest. Tanga says, congratulations on 1.5 million, fully deserved. Love you. Have we hit it? Have we hit it? Well, let me just double check. Oh, we have. Well, all I can say is that is absolutely incredible. 1.5 million subscribers on That's Football is a huge achievement. I think it's I think it's an amazing community. When I started this channel, it was just to watch non-Man United games because I thought, well, I may as well go live for them. It's grown into something through so many tournaments, Champions League, Premier League, daily reactions to VAR, and, you know, even the passing of players like Jota and stuff. We've shared the ups and the downs in football. And, you know, obviously as a United fan, United stands predominantly United fans, but on here, it's everybody's welcome, and I've loved every minute of it, so I'm very, very proud of it, and you should be as well, because it's a proper football community, and I think hitting 1.5 million is, you know, we may never get 2. I never thought we'd get 1, so I think it's fantastic, so I'm very proud of it, and so should you be as well, and onwards and upwards. And like I say, I mean, this just started off as a bit of a hobby on the side, and knowing what's coming for it in the new season and the sort of things that are going to be on this channel, it's very exciting. But at its core, this is what's took it to 1.5 million. And the other stuff might take it to 2 million. But you and I have taken it to 1.5. So very grateful. Thank you very much, everybody. And thanks for getting involved. Let's hope England can win. Although we probably have got some Norwegians who are going, great, 1.5 million. Let's hope Norway can win. Andre Gomez has gifted 5 memberships. You're a legend. Tony says, congratulations on 1.5 million, mate. Thank you so much, Tony. Hope you're doing well. Mainu must have at least 30 minutes if Rice isn't fit, says Limsky. Look, I think Mainu can do a job. I mean, Mainu's a starting midfielder for Man United. If anyone's concerned about Kobbie Mainu coming on, I think Mainu can play against Sanderberg and Berg. You know, it's not like it's Jordan Henderson. It's Kobbie Mainoo. I'm pretty sure he can come on and do a good job as well. Mac Flurry Twist, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you. Andre says, amazing what the community has built. If you could go back and watch any match live in a stadium, what match would you choose? 99, Nou Camp, definitely. Collins. Any chance Jordan Pickford to CMT? Not an England fan, so from an outsider's point of view, I've got a feeling about you'll no jinx. Hopefully happy for you all, says Garzilla. Love the content. Congratulations, says Tangerine. How is that not a foul on Kane? But I've done that from Mario Franco. Would you rather have a goth mummy? What's this, cow? Mate, I'm going to ignore yours. I think you're actually Bilal. Can you do a Motherwell game sometime, says the Cat Beast. Mainoo, I've done that one as well. I think this is a very, very interesting comment here in the live chat. Pink Panther 100 times says, this game should be over already. Norway blew it. I don't actually disagree. I actually don't disagree. I think at 1-0, England 0-0, England for me are shading it. When Norway score, I'm a bit pissed off. But for 5 minutes after that, they could have finished us. We were on the floor, they could have finished us, and then we've gone and got a goal right on half time to change the game. So yeah, I do think Norway did miss a big chance, a very big chance with that Sorloth and Haaland thing. But let's see what happens in the second half. I think England need to come out angry. Let's hope they can. Just a reminder, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports. I've got a couple of... Ezzy's coming on. Ooh. And Saka's coming on. Ooh, double substitution. I like it. Proactive. Double sub. This is a good thing. Madueke and Rice. I mean, look, the thing is, right, you might not like Tuchel, but that's literally what we collectively highlighted as big problems. Declan Rice isn't fit and Madueke isn't playing well. And the manager goes and does exactly that. I mean, you can only applaud it. Whether it works or not, that's down to the players, but you can only applaud. That is absolutely nailed to the brief, what we're saying. And how many games do we watch on the United Stand or here and go, manager needs to do that at half time and they don't do it? So proactively, I think he's absolutely spot on. Just waiting for the second half to start, and then I'll tell you what's going on with my bet builder. It's probably in a better shape than it was at half an hour in, actually, because both teams have scored. Right, we're up and running. So we're sponsored by Boyle Sports on the stream. Links in the description. Scan the QR code. But my bet builder, where a load of things have to come off all together for the bet to come in. I've got England to win, which they're not doing at the moment. Haaland to score at any time, which he hasn't. Both teams to score, yes. Over 2.5 goals, one more and I'm there. Harry Kane over 1.5 shots, he's definitely done that. So Harry Kane over 1.5 shots is done. Both teams to score is done. Over 2.5 goals, not yet. Haaland to score any time, not yet. England to win, not yet. So it's not doing too bad. Remember, 18 plus only, new UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. Please bet responsibly. I do have 2 quiz questions, actually. I've just remembered. Erling Haaland has scored in each of his last 14 competitive appearances for Norway. How many goals has he scored during that run? He's scored 27 and 7 have been in this tournament. Here's Anthony Gordon. He's done well. That's a foul. Yeah. The second question was in England's last game, Harry Kane became the first player on record to do which 2 things in the same FIFA World Cup match? It was A, score a penalty, and yes, you've guessed it, B, concede a penalty. First player to score and concede a penalty in a World Cup match. I'm surprised about that. I wouldn't have thought it was that uncommon, but there we go. Rebellious J says the Arsenal contingent are on. Well, for a moment, I thought it was going to be Eze and Saka for Madueke and Gordon. But the fact that it's Declan Rice off means that Bellingham goes a little bit deeper and Eze plays at 10. It's a bit of a snub for Mainoo, but I mean, Mainoo is down the list. Let's be real. Bellingham in the pivot is a mistake. It's 1-inch wonder. No way Tuchel thinks Eze is a better midfielder than Mainu. Well, it's not Andre. Bellingham goes deeper. What's your score prediction, says Spliced? I said 3-1 England. Do you really think it's rigged for Argentina, says Ivan? Oh, well, I hope not. Loz says, what was the point in taking James and Livramento? Would have been better taking White and Shaw with backup in the fullback area, in the winger area, says Loz. Free kick from Eze. Corner. Goal kick? How the fucking hell have we hit our own player? Anthony Gordon. I want our Mainu to go on for Rice, says Chris. That's annoying. Saka for the winner, says Rebel. Look, Saka's got to be better than Madueke. The change in the midfield has got to be better than what it was because Rice looked dreadful. And the change for Madueke for Saka has got to be better than it was because Madueke wasn't doing particularly well either. Hey, ref, you can't just let Haaland shove people around like that just because it's Haaland. Fair play to Anderson not getting involved. Norway always turn up in the second half, says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. John Lebers has just dropped in. Thoughts about Nyland's ball hitting the wire and VAR not stepping in and dropping the ball as per the rules for Argentina, says John. I love Tuchel's positive sub, says Detox. Well, I can't argue with that. We have got player ratings back for the match reaction as well. So we did player ratings for the DR Congo game. We have got a player ratings system back for this game as well. So on my match reaction, we will have player ratings where you do your scores as well. I'll drop the link in the live chat once that's ready to go, around 75 minutes. As That's Football just said, we'll open it up at 5 minutes. I just don't want a penalty shootout. I think a lot of people feel that this game could go to penalties because they're quite evenly matched teams. Hopefully, you know, people say Norway always turn up in the second half. I hope they bloody do. I'd rather play Norway, who attack, than Norway in the first half where it's soak up the pressure and counter, because we're crap against that. Lovely feat by Bellingham. That needed to go to Kane. That ball needed to go to Kane. Southgate would have subbed Don Maguire. Bellingham had made the run there. You've got to watch these runs. You can see this frustration from Bellingham. He's making really intelligent runs and we're not necessarily seeing them. Oh, come on, O'Reilly. You've got to do better there. Well done, Eze. Well done, Eze. Right, come on. Saka's the ball. Here he is. Saka. Stand him up. Stand him up. Go on, Saka. Stand him up. Bit greedy. Cross needed to go in there. Should England sack Tuchel if they don't make it to the semis? No. There would be disappointment if we lost to Norway, but I don't think it's a sackable offence. Only one for Norfolk Ian says Saka doesn't get enough credit for his defender. So Tuchel takes Rice off and still doesn't bring Mainu on. Why did he even take him? I really want England to go out now, says Eric Jemba. Norway on the attack. Out wide. We're in a bit of a problem here. Saul off. Cross. And Pickford just dinks it over for a corner. Huge congratulations on 1.5 million subs. Amazing and well deserved. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, not sure why Pickford has put that over for a corner when it was not going anywhere near the goal. Noosa would be a good sub for Norway, actually. I forgot about him. What's your opinion on Sam Matterface, says Lynn? Well, he's nowhere near the ones I grew up with. I think the fact that, you know, he's on Talk Sport doesn't massively help either. I just don't think he's very authoritative. Oh, Pickford, what the fuck is he doing here? He's having one of them games, isn't he? He doesn't look very switched on. He's just given a corner for no reason, palming it over the bar, and I think he just needs to jump on that. Why don't you just jump on that and keep hold of it? He's looking like one of his dodgy games here, Pickford, at the moment. We definitely have a skill issue. The amount of runs Bellingham makes that are just not spotted. 100%, Nick. Ross says, thanks for the company during the World Cup so far, all the way from Cape Town. 70 is the same as a brandy and Coke special, so enjoy it, mate. Cheers, pal. Hope you're doing well. Well, another corner to Norway here. They're having a bit of a decent spell. Agadoo, says Tom. I'd love to be singing Agadoo. Oh my God, that really could have been a goal. He's given another corner. Right across the 6-yard box. Shaky England again. It's definitely another corner. It came off John Stones. Norway's scoring, I can feel it, says Jon too. Well, they're a good side, Norway. But I think whoever scores first now, you'd expect to at least hit extra time, wouldn't you? Goal. Goal. I don't know what we're claiming here, but it's a goal. Fucking hell. Literally, someone said it in the chat. We are playing so shit. We are playing so fucking shit. I mean, I can't deal with the defending. It's fucking rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. What did I say about Pickford? He has a good game and then he has an absolute shit game. People are saying he's offside or interference. I'll reserve judgment. Was a foul there by Anderson. He's onside. What's Pickford doing? I mean, it's a blatant shove on Anderson. That's a goal. It's going to be a goal. Defense is absolute shit. Oh, he's going to VAR. Pray. I don't know what he's I don't know what he's going for, but hey, fuck off. Whatever fuck off is in Norway, fuck off. Yeah, that's a foul. You can't do that. Yeah, I think that is a foul. I think that's a foul. I think it is a foul. I thought it was. I didn't think it would get given. But I think that's a foul because he's not even been shown. He's going to give it because he's not even gone and looked at the offside or anything else. Bit lucky. Is that a foul? Yes or no? Bit lucky. Look, both, I've got to say, both those corners from Norway were shit how we defended them. But Haaland can't do that. Like, he can't do that. He's stupid doing that. And the reason it's a foul is because he pushes Anderson to the floor and then he challenges Stones, so he interferes as well. I think it's slightly lucky, but why are we getting another corner? Oh, they'll score from this now. They'll score from this. Everyone seems to know the score, says Detchel. I think you might be singing too early, mate. It's all going down at Portsmouth, says PC. Pickford is over on corners. Messi told the ref to go to the monitor. Look, we've got to defend another one here. And we've dealt with it. Fucking hell, England. Wake up. Wake up. That's a throw into Norway as well. Fucking hell, lads. I'm worried. I think Norway are on top at the moment. Oh, that's a shame. Ryerson, he's had a couple of injury problems throughout the World Cup, and I think he's out now. Very good right back, but he's had injury problems throughout the World Cup. Plays for Dortmund, gets loads of assists. One of their better players, but he's missed games throughout this tournament, and maybe a little bit like Declan Rice, they've pushed him. Come on, Norway, says the real Slim Shaney. Do you think it was a foul? I think England are lucky because I think he does foul him. Yeah, I don't think England were appealing for that. I think England were appealing for an offside, which he wasn't. So England were lucky because I think they thought there was an offside, which there wasn't. I think the fact that Haaland does that, world-class striker, but in this World Cup with the change in protocol, they're looking at stuff like that. But you know, I can't change my mind. When I saw it before VAR even looked at it, I said that's a foul by Haaland. I don't think it would get given though. I didn't think it would get given. I'll be completely honest. I didn't think that would get given. And look, I've been very, very honest here. Like, I didn't think that would get given. I thought it. So you know, I expected it to be 2-1 to Norway, and also I think Sorloth should have played Haaland in at 1-0, and you'd be 2-0 up anyway. So where we are at the moment, England are very lucky to be 1-1 in this game. Very lucky. Zawa says, I think it's rigged for England, mate. Not everything's rigged. And if it was rigged for England, was it rigged for Mexico then? Because we seem to... Oh, God. I wouldn't worry about it being rigged. England are playing absolute shit. Norway... I think Norway have played a very impressive game. I think first half, they deliberately conserved energy. And second half, they are rampant. They're way more on the front foot. Rebellious Jay says, one word, Saka. Zawa says, I think it's rigged for England. England rigged the tournament. Infantino smiling, says Surrey. Absolute robbers, says Mateus. Remember I said England defence would determine this game, says David. Well, you were spot on. Ramon says, how can it be a foul if the ball wasn't in play? And Cold Servo says, Anderson has been punishing Haaland all game. Had Haaland in a headlock 5 minutes earlier. FIFA corruption. Well, this first 15 minutes for England has been shocking. We've done nothing. It's been all Norway. And maybe the tactical switch hasn't worked. Bellingham going too deep, maybe. As he's not had much of an impact. Saka's not had much of an impact. We're under it here, says Maha. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about England rigging it. Like Polo says, if it's rigged for England, we'll still lose. Maybe the ref is Trossard after all, says Jared. Do you still think it's coming home? Mate, we have not played well here. I actually expected after Mexico that we'd go up a gear. And in fairness, you'd be a very optimistic person to say that Norway don't deserve to be winning and aren't playing better. So for England winning it on this current performance, I think we're struggling here. Chiri says midfield balance gone with Rice gone, just Jude's too deep. I wonder if he would be brave enough to take Eze off, push Bellingham back and put Mainoo on. Because you're right, the midfield's not working. They're running the midfield now. Todd says it's Todd from Delaware. Who scored for Norway and England? How do both teams look so far? Just got home from work. Norway are looking better. Bellingham scored for England right on half-time. Norway scored first through Shader up and had a very good chance to make it 2-0. And in the second half, they've had a goal disallowed and have been the better side. Haaland has told City to fail Anderson's medical, says Robert. Albert says we're losing the midfield battle since Rice came off, which is surprising because Rice was not playing well, but it just shows you sometimes you make a change and things get worse. England midfield is like 23-24 United's. Look, I'd be very surprised if Tuchel isn't looking to make a change here because we've done nothing. And the way it's going at the moment, we'd be the team trying to get to penalties. England press is lethargic. Well, I think they probably are getting tired. I also think Norway may have conserved energy in the first half. They're playing with a lot more. They're a different team in the second half, Norway. That's a fucking tight. I think you've got to look at Rashford, haven't you, as well on the wing. Noosa must be injured because Sorloth isn't it. Well, he took Noosa off at half-time against Brazil. And I do wonder if there might have been a bit of an injury there. It'd be nice just to see England have an attack here. England midfield hasn't got worse. It's just that Norway's has gotten better, says Dan. Come on. Anderson's done well there. Bit of space. Attack the space, Gordon. Attack the space. That's it. Give it to Jude. Give it to Jude. Oh, he's done well. Cut it back. Kane. Too fucking slow, Kane. Kane don't look at it either, does he? Look, I said it before the game. It doesn't really matter as long as England win, but they might put us through the ringer to get there. I'm not saying England are going to win. I think at the moment Norway would still be slightly ahead because they're playing better, but I did say before it's not necessarily about the performance, it's about whether you can get through. And I think we always knew that it would be a squad game, and England's squad is like... Oh, Noosa is coming on. Fucking great. Yabba dabba doo. I found my phone. Who was it was asking me about my whoop? Whoop score this week. God, not a great week. Monday 44%, Tuesday 38%, Wednesday 88%, Thursday 57%, Friday 49%, and Saturday 52%. I think a lot of that's because of the weather, though, isn't it? The weather's been a bit shit. Shader up's coming off. Noose is coming on. I think that was a cross by Shader up. One and only says, is this the Argentina game? Because the chat keeps saying rigged. Hi from Florida. What's your top beers in the world? I don't have time for that, Devon, but hi from Florida. Is Amorim telling Tuchel not to put Mainu on? Says Tom. Hydration break. England need to sort this out. That is never a foul. Imagine England going through on that foul. Way worse. No way. It's a sim. Gordon for Mainu. Eze on the left. Jude at 10, says Limpsky. Never a foul on Haaland. This is a robbery. Didn't think VAR would overturn it, but I thought the foul would have been given in the moment since the ref had just spoke about the contact in the box as 2 ATP. Love your content. Greetings from Belgium, says Stig. Rashford needs to be on now, says Rebellious J. Imagine Messi against this, says Rebecca. Doesn't look like he's going to make a sub, but he does need to sort that midfield out. 57% of you, a lot of people saying rigged in the chat, and it's a bit like the general election one year when everyone said a certain party was going to win, and then you wake up in the morning and the other one had smashed them. A lot of people saying rigged in the chat, but you're in the minority, I'm afraid, because 57% say it was a foul and 43% say not. So look, in the words of democracy, you have spoken. 57% said foul, 43% said not. Obviously, we've probably got a lot of England fans in here. My stance is, I think it was a foul. I didn't think it would get given, though. Would have liked to see Wharton. I mean, what I would love to say to those people saying it's not a foul, I mean, what is it then if you're stood there and somebody goes bang and then runs and tries to flick it on the front post? I suppose that's a fair point. Are you allowed on a corner to literally put two hands on someone, push them to the floor and then run to the front post and flick it on? I suppose that's a big point, isn't it? How can you call it rigged when he literally did go, woof, I'm off? It's a fair point. I didn't think it would get given, I'll admit that, but I suppose that'll be the justification of the VAR. He does actually shove him to the ground. Whoever wins it will because Messi's engineered the climate to create punishing conditions for the opponent. It's rigged, says Robbo. So if Norway wins, it's rigged. If England win, it's rigged. What the fuck, says Owen. Watkins at 80th minute, if still deadlocked, says Rebellious J. Xhaka screamer to beat Argentina, says Irish Ryan. Would like to see Wharton in this squad, says ZB. Thank you very much. Reece James coming on. Fucking hell. Didn't even know he was fit. For Gordon. Must be popping him in the midfield. Yeah, it's a good... I mean... Didn't even know he was fit. I tell you what, ain't never using Mainu, is he? He's going to put Reece James into the midfield. He's going to put Bellingham back in the 10. And he's going to put Eze on the left. Yeah, Eze's gone to the left. Bellingham's gone back to 10. Reece James goes into the midfield. How are we not talking about Mainu not playing? I literally just said it, climbing for a kick. He clearly doesn't see Mainu as a big player for him. I mean, he clearly sees Mainu as a supplement, you know, a midfield, the last midfielder. Like, he doesn't see him as part of his plans, I guess. Reece James looking a bit rusty here. Needs to settle into the game. Anderson. Good defending. Well done, Norway. Did well. It's not rigged. It's just England are crybabies. Says James should have started if fit. Says Rebellious J. Well, I don't think he is fit. Reverse Cloud says as a neutral, that was one of the most blatant fouls I've ever seen. Anyway, that says different. Obviously has a wager on it. Anyone that says different obviously has a wager on it. I think the Cabler's assist is what's rigged, not the foul on Haaland, says Drew. Thank you very much. Nearly 35,000 people tuning in. Thank you very much. Controversial again. I would say at the moment this game looks like an extra time penalties game to me. They did literally put James in midfield before Mainu. Yes, Stuart. Mainu may as well have come back to pre-season training, says Glenn. Mainu's just on holidays. He's drinking pints in the dugout, says Dan. Norway definitely the better team second half, though. Not going to sugarcoat that. Subs so far haven't made any impact at all. Obviously, Reece James has only just come on. Tuchel and Amorim think the same about Mainu, yet we want to build our midfield around him. Here's Reece James. Can he dink it in? Got to be getting these second balls. Okay, he's gone down injured. Look at the pace down the wing here. He's done very well. Stop, Bob. Stop, Bob. Fucking hell. Great tackle. Fucking great tackle, O'Reilly. There. Brilliant tackle. Gay thinks it should have been a foul. Stuart Walker says, Tuchel makes me want to root for anyone but England. Honestly, I don't get his thought process. But that's because, Stuart, you're putting your Man United bias into England. I want Mainu to do well for Man United. I trust Tuchel when it comes to England. I'm not that arsed. And I'm a big fan of Mainu, but I'm really not that arsed. Well done, Gahey. Oh, we need the second ball. We need the second ball. We're getting really left open here. Haaland's cross. Well up. Konza. Lovely play. Noosa. Good tackle. We don't want to be giving fucking corners up. Fucking hell, we've been shit this half. Do you think England are playing for penalties? Well, we'll be lucky to get penalties at the moment, Jimmy. We need to stop that Viking boat doing my head in, says Rebellious Jay. Bob was building there, says Robbo. You think he just doesn't rate Mainu to be a 6, says Andrew. I don't really know why Mainu's there, because realistically, if you don't want to take Mainu, you don't have to take Mainu. There was Adam Wharton, there was Alex Scott. And I accept that Scott is more of a, tackler than Mainu, so maybe you should have took Scott. Clearly doesn't have a place for Mainu in the squads, in the team, so I do not like these corners, really. Can't keep the ball, says VJ. No. And I tell you what, if Norway scored now, that last 15 minutes would go so quick. Pickford punches it. On the bar. And headed away. And a goal kick. Fucking hell. We are living dangerously here. Konza's injured as well. Pickford punches it. Shot comes in. Deflected. Hits the bar. I mean, that's a corner as well. Onto the bar. Pickford's beaten. Big header by Konza. And we ended up with a goal. I thought it was a corner for Norway there. We're all over the place. We are so lucky not to be out. You know what? I've got to say, Norway deserve to win this. I never thought I'd be in this position saying it. And I would love it if we beat them. But if this was the other way around, I'd be like, how are we not winning? That's not a fucking... People, look, I'm getting a little bit bored with the chat. I know you don't want England to win. And I agree, Norway deserve to be winning. But, not everything is a penalty. Like, that wasn't a penalty. Konza won their header. you know, you're allowed to go up and use your shoulders. That's not a penalty. You know what you're doing? You're demeaning the Argentina talk by trying to bring England into it. Like that wasn't a penalty. I understand the frustration about the Haaland goal, the goal from the Haaland push, but that's not a penalty. I think it was a corner. I don't think it was a penalty. Painful. As an England fan, this is painful to watch. It's bordering on embarrassing. It's embarrassing that, like, I'm sat here saying Norway deserve to win. I'm almost embarrassed by this. Why is he refusing the cross there? How many times have we refused to put the cross in today? Put the fucking cross in, Saka, with your left foot. Now put the cross in. Oh, it was a good cross. Rebellious J says, I will love it if we beat them, Kevin Keegan. Hope you and the family are doing well, says Christian. What is for you the difference between Southgate and Tuchel? Is it the team selection? Is it a system change with the complete new players? I think the difference between Southgate and Tuchel is that Tuchel does try to make us a better team. Like the subs at half-time were the right subs, but the players, for whatever reason, aren't good enough. I mean, Norway are winning every fucking tackle here. It's embarrassing. I mean, I genuinely just feel like ending the stream and going to bed. There will be no match reaction. There'll be no fucking Argentina game. I'm absolutely fed up of this. Jimmy says, do you think Haaland's knowledge of English league play style is helping Norway? I just think Norway are a better team, mate. It's as simple as that. It's an embarrassing performance from England. You know, you go to Mexico and you put in a performance like that, and we've been decidedly second best. It's shit. It's almost like we're playing with 10 men, actually. I do agree. Harry Kane's not had a very good game. Take Kane off. I know he's our best player, but he's tired. Don't go to bed. Penalties will be emotional. No, I'm not. I mean, when we get knocked out, I'm going to bed. If we get knocked out, I'm not staying up for Argentina. What's the fucking point? Well done, O'Reilly. Eze offering nothing. Will he sub a sub? Eze's been shit. Madueke was shit. Saka's not really done much either. Feels like Arsenal all over again, says Rebellious J. Why can't England produce a better goalkeeper than Pickford, says Devon? What was the point of bringing Tony, says Gamaldo? What was the point in bringing Watkins? What was the point in bringing Mainu? What's the point in bringing Tony? Stuart Walker says you trust him, but the team's been carried by 2 people and yet may have the most talented team in the tournament. This is terrible. They're running rings round us. I mean, someone explain to me why they're running rings round us. They played Brazil in the last round. I mean, it's not like they had an easy game. Another fucking corner. We may as well just go home. Pack your fucking bags, lads. You may as well just fucking go home. This is absolutely... The whole half has been absolute shit. What a disappointment. Norway have been in Miami training for 2 days longer, adjusting to the heat. England trained away and only flew in 2 days ago. Starting to show, says 2 ATP. Is the quality of the football this World Cup terrible, bar France? No, I think the quarterfinals have dropped off. I'll be honest. Could their play be an after effect of playing in the Azteca, says Brian? Well, I mean, it might come out. I don't think they were the right subs. Pushes our attacking player back for Eze instead of just doing a like for like with Mainu, says Flora. All the team look like ill, slow and confused, says Niki. Too slow, too many backward sideward passes and a non-existent press, says Stephen. Pickford looks like a fish flapping around, says John. Norway tactically outclassing us, that's the difference. Don't foul him, Saka. Dan Green says, we all know they're going to score before the 90. The Miami heat is taking its toll, says Albert. Mark, cheer up. I think this England team could beat the US men's team. One and only says, if Norway go through, the Japan curse is on. It's being on Jed Spence now. Is that all our subs? Can we make any more subs? Eze, Saka, Spence, James. Got one more, haven't we? It's a lovely ball into Noosa. Don't let him on his right foot. If you're an EPL manager and had to start an amateur, what position would you hide him in if you need... Ox, sorry. I can't answer shit like that, I'm sorry. I'm not in a good place, mate. I ain't got time for that. Noosa, straight at Pickford. England players look like they're on a Miami beach somewhere, says VJ. If you're an EPL manager and had to start an amateur, what position would you hide him if you needed to win the game? Says Ox. I mean, it's an amazing question to be on your mind in the last 5 minutes of a World Cup quarter-final. I mean, but I will answer it for you. If I was going to play an amateur in a Premier League game and I needed to hide him, I'd probably put him at fullback or on the wing. Dylan says it doesn't help if Pickford keeps giving it straight to them. Absolutely toothless, no desire, no urgency, says Tom. Mora lit up the game. I wish Mainu had the chance to shine, says Kevin. Martin says, Mark, what? That's why people don't like the England attitude. Norway are a good team. You don't deserve to beat them because you're England. I don't know what channel you've walked into, Martin, but I think we've got a lot of Norwegians watching, and I don't think they're leaving because I'm saying they're shit or disrespecting them. So, you know, please do one because you're in the wrong place. I've been absolutely on board that Norway have been the better team in the second half and deserve to win. Goldilocks effect says, spoiler, England win. It would be very unfair on Norway if we do. I mean, I'll take it, but we'd live to fight another day, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if Tuchel brings on Henderson before Mainu. I'm not singing a song, Ale. Mark, can England bring in Count? Okay. Like, it's getting to the point where I won't read some of these comments. So I'm not I don't have to read them all, and some of them are just abusive, so I'm not going to read them. When Noosa and Bobby get the ball, you can see the defence are terrified. There's no creativity in the midfield. I think that's where they're going to win the game. I think Bob and Noosa look a massive threat for Norway, and keeping them back for the end of this game, if it does go to extra time as well, is going to be huge. Saka, lovely play. Oh my God. brilliant play by Saka. Brilliant defending by the lad who came on. Mario says Maguire would have been useful. Fuck off, mate. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Why would Harry Maguire be useful in a game where you've got Haaland, Bob and Noosa on, who are very fast? Why would Maguire be good in a game like this? And the thing is, there are people out there, like Mario, who genuinely believe it. Maguire would be the difference in this game. There's people out there who genuinely think it. The Mainu one I can sort of understand, but Maguire in a game like this, why? Oh, we've got a corner actually. You know, as long as he doesn't get exploited for pace and we get a corner, he might get on the end of it. On paper, England should be better, but they're getting worked here, says Al Boy. Feels like Netherlands, Morocco. As a Dutch person, I feel your pain. It's very frustrating. Uni says, what's going on? This is embarrassing. By the way, Norwegians stole the celebration from Iceland. Well, England with a corner here. This would be a smash and grab if we could get anything on it. Kane fouls him. I mean, fucking hell, Kane. Most of this World Cup, you've been pushing, fouling, falling over. Fucking hell. Now, Suarez has been on the screen. That's it. We're out. Maguire and Shaw are in the right place at home. Yeah, I think Mainu, as a Man United fan, I do think Mainu could have added something to it, but I don't think Maguire and Shaw would. Rodgers is coming on now. So Spence isn't coming on. Rodgers is coming on for Konza. How does this work? Reece James goes to right back. I tell you what, we've changed too much in this game. You've got Eze from 10 to wing. You've got Reece James from centre midfield to right back. You've got Bellingham going back and forward like a yo-yo, and he's going back again now. So Bellingham started as a 10, went back to midfield. He's back at 10, and now he's back to midfield. Reece James came on as a midfielder and is now at right back. Eze came on at 10 and went to left wing. Spence did go on. Oh, fucking hell, I'm losing it here. Spence is at left back. This is trouble. I don't get what's happening here. Reece James, we used 5 subs and we've got another one in extra time. Spence came on for O'Reilly. He was one of our best players. Konza for Rodgers. Reece James is at right back. Pickford's punching the ball instead of catching it. Is it windy in Miami? Does the ball move around a lot? Because he don't want to catch it at all. Mario says, where is the dolphin? Mexico fan was more nervous for Norway than Brazil, says Maricho. Norway pressing and direct passing are killing England. Still a great game. This Mario doesn't feel Harry Maguire will make any difference, says Mario. Been bad all tournament, says Marble. To be fair, Maguire would be very useful for Norway. Fraser says, no more Bellingham runs. He must be knackered. 7 minutes added on. Unless we get a late winner, we're heading towards extra time. Spence fucking around at the back. What the fuck are we doing here playing out from the back? Fucking hell. Alan says, what's your prediction here? I'd rather not give one. I mean, I think Norway have had 10 attempts at goal with five on target, and England have had 6 and 1. So I think we all know who should have won this game. We're definitely in smash and grab territory. More position changes than the Kama Sutra, says Helly. Kane's been bad. Just need Chalobah on for Kane now, says Danny. What's everyone else's prediction? I mean, I would still say Norway are going to win. Unless the game takes a tactical shift. Fair play to the linesman for not just giving that soft foul there. I think that foul has been one of my favourite removals in this World Cup, where the defender just falls over. Look, it's 1-1. England are very lucky to still be in the game. I would be saying, look, it's 1-1. You're very lucky to still be in the game. If if we can regather ourselves and get a bit of composure, we still got a great chance. Can we have a more nervous than analogy, says please. Well, I always liked I'm more nervous than a cat trying to bury a shit on a marble floor. So you can have a classic there. England always a bridesmaid, never the bride, says Abbott. Look, we've got a terrible quarter-final record. This is our 11th quarter-final and we've lost 7. So this would be 8 out of 11. We've got a less than 30% chance of winning a quarter-final. Subs have been terrible, says Chris. Bellingham has gone missing. Ezzy's barely touched it. Norway by far have been better. I don't think the subs have been terrible, mate, because at the end of the day, at half-time, we did all say, take off Rice and take off Madueke, and he did. I think the problem has been the players have been terrible. I don't think the subs have been terrible. I think sometimes we forget this as fans, that managers get a lot of blame, but if a player comes on and plays way below their average... Look, from Tuchel's point of view, if Ezzy comes on and plays well, and Saka comes on and plays well, and we lose the game, maybe you look at the tactics. But he made the right subs, and they came on and performed badly. This happened against Ghana. He made the right attacking subs, and the players didn't play well. Maybe it's the long season effect, I don't know, but... Look, hopefully Reece James and Rodgers can do better than, and Spence can do better than Eze and Saka. Here's Reece James. Little dinky cross. Bellingham. Ooh. Congratulations on 1.5 million. Yeah, thanks everybody who subscribed to the channel across the World Cup. Legends, thank you very much. We've got nearly 40,000 watching here. Stomach's in my arse, really. Didn't expect this at all. I didn't think it was impossible that it would be a close game. I didn't think it was impossible that it went to extra time. Total respect for Norway, but I didn't expect England to be so shit and very lucky to be heading towards extra time. That's been the surprise for me. Hausberg to you, some fans like him, says Rizzo. I mean, he's a good player, but is he going to play for Arsenal? No. Is he going to play for Liverpool? No. Is he going to play for Chelsea? No. Is he going to play for Man City? No. Should he play for Man United? Well, only if we want to finish 6th. This game from Norway is actually very England of the past. So near yet so far. I think we sneak it in the end, says Nick P. What's the weather going to be like for the 3rd place match, says one over. It's in Miami, isn't it? So it'll be hot. I mean, who watches the 3rd place match? That's next Saturday night, by the way. I mean, it's hard enough watching this, and this is a quarter-final. Fucking hell. The way England give up cheap possession, it's scary. I mean, we've got the ball there, and it's a couple of shit passes, and it's out for a throw-in for Norway. It's been... The basics has been poor. Oi up, ref! Ref! He's absolutely clattered him there. You might want to have a look at that. Fucking hell, I don't know what the Norway player was doing there, but he looked like he just clattered him. Very weird. Fucking hell. Caught him right on the back of the ankle. I think it might have been an accident, but fucking hell. It can't be a red because he's not through on goal, but it was a bit of a strange thing to do by the defender. He's going to do a drop ball. It should have been, oh man, fucking hell, ref. That should have been a foul. I mean, I'm not looking for a red card or anything like that, but you can't just, whatever. It's not the time, it's not the game, is it? International football undermined, Premier League's the Holy Grail, says Stephen. Win this and we're winning the World Cup, says AJ. Thank you for singing Vindaloo, Mark. They brought back memories of my dad playing the cassette. Extra time. Sadly, he passed away 26 years ago, aged 39, says Tony. Sorry to hear that, Tony. Thanks for your lovely message. So extra time is where we're heading. Fucking hell, half an hour and then... Oh, mate, I don't like penalties. I don't like... You know what? Actually, we've been so shit. I'm actually warming to the ideas of penalties. Yeah, you know what? I didn't think I liked the idea of penalties, but I would probably take a penalty shootout now and take our chances. Because we've been so shit. We have been so shit. Thank you very much to Boyle Sports for sponsoring the stream, by the way. My bet did not come in because it does not pass over to extra time. Link is in the description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. So my bet was England to win. Didn't happen. Erling Haaland to score at any time. Didn't happen. Both teams to score. Did happen. Over 2.5 goals. Didn't happen. Harry Kane over 1.5 shots. Did happen. So I did fall short on that one. 18 plus only. New UK and Ireland customers. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. Please bet responsibly. Be gamble aware. Well done if yours came in. But yeah, ultimately... very lucky to still be in the tournament. I do feel that Norway were the better team in the second half by a very, very long way. I think that, I mean, looking at the stats there momentarily, let me just pause them. England legacy possession from the first half. They've had 2 shots on target. Sorry, we've had 2 shots on target. They've had 4. They've had 9 shots. We've had 7. They've had 5 corners, we've had 3. I think if you're Norway, you could have won that in 90 minutes. There was nothing in that for England to win it. I can't think of a genuine moment where I'd go, we could have won that. Whereas for Norway, they hit the bar, they had goal disallowed, rightly I think, but they did. They had another one, another couple of chances blocked. They just looked the better team, second half. And... I just don't know. I just don't know how you approach it now. I don't know what you do really. It's a tough one. We've made a lot of changes. I think we can make another change. I did feel that in the last few minutes we did start to come into it a little bit. Could that be? Could that be a sign of Norway getting tired? They don't really have the bench that we've got. Could it shift back in our favour? I might be being a little bit optimistic there, but they've still got Bob and they've still got Nusa and they've still got Haaland, so they're still a threat on the attack. But they have got limited options on the bench. They won't want to take their centre-backs off. They won't want to take any of their midfielders off. Berg and Odegaard, they won't want to change their midfield. We have changed our midfield, so maybe we can start. I mean, I felt that was where we'd win the game, but Declan Rice obviously wasn't fit. Yeah, I mean, look, Kane needs to come off for Watkins, says Tom. I think Rashford's been a little bit unlucky not coming on. I don't think Eze. I'd like to see Rashford running at their defence. England and penalties don't mix like oil and water, says Marco. Impressive from Norway, the best team by a country mile, even against 12-men England, says Marlowe. Pickford. I mean, look, I genuinely think Norway in the semi-final, if they get there, have got a chance. The way they've played, I think they've got a chance. Pickford not good enough, need a better goalkeeper, says Callum. Hope not goes to penalties, England don't win them, says Z-Zone. I can almost smell a Haaland winner here, says BVOS. England fan, but I wouldn't mind Norway going through, says Enric. If England lose, I want Norway to win the World Cup, definitely. They've been a breath of fresh air every time I've watched them. What would be your lineup for England penalties if we get there, says Ben. Well, he's going to keep Kane on, Bellingham, Saka, Reece James, Morgan Rogers, Eze. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's who fancies them. How's that not gone to VAR? He altered his step pattern to get Bellingham, says Wub. I know, I mean, but then again, what would we have got from that? Maybe a yellow card for their player. You can't win the World Cup playing like this, says Calvin. No, you can't. No, you can't. I think if England got through, I think you'd have to look at it and go, massive underdogs in the next round because we probably don't deserve to go through. He's going to bring on an attacker for a penalty. Yeah, he would do, Dan. Yeah. It's my birthday today and I betted $360 on England, says Sam. Let me stop that clock and start this clock. First half of extra time underway. Yeah, you get an extra substitution for extra time. To be honest, I've got to be very, very honest here. Unless England miss 4 or 5 chances in extra time and we go to penalties, I'd be gutted. But where we are now, I think we're very lucky to be in extra time. I think we're very lucky to still be in the tournament. So I sort of feel that it's almost a second chance for England, this. I think we should be out. Your hair is looking absolutely incredible. What shampoo do you use? Every day. Begins with H. Can't remember what it is. Norway are rowing home. Football is coming home, says Josh. Harry Maguire wins it at the end from a Mainu cross, says Gatto. Are you going to do the Argentina match, says Oliver? I think if England lose, I'll play it by ear. Would you bring on Tony, says History? I just don't think he'll take Kane off now. Not with the prospect of a penalty shootout. Look, you know what? Eze, Saka, Rogers, James really should be motoring on energy now. Norway did make a substitution at half time. Just having a quick look at what they did. So they took off one of their centre backs. So they've took off all of their. That's a corner. Yeah. They've took off 3 of their back 4. Wolf, Hegem, and Riasson have come off, and they took off 2 of their wingers. So their midfield's still the same. Their back 4's all new, apart from Aja. I mean, that's a lot of work for their midfield. Not that England haven't got players on who in the midfield who've got to put a lot of work in as well. Anderson, Bellingham. Carlos says Anderson looks bang average. I think Anderson's had a decent game for England, actually. I see different things, but I think he's put a shift in most performances, and not a great corner, that. Saka. Back post, Kane. Great save. Saka. Great save that. Keeper, Kane headed it really well. Come on, use your man. Saka. Up against Haaland. It's going to go to Gahey. Bit better from England, this. Rodgers, don't shoot from there. Goal! Get in! Get in! It's Bellingham again! Oh! 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 Get in! I was never worried. Oh, he's done a Le Mans. Oh, what a moment! Oh, oh, well, that's put a cat in the pigeon, hasn't it? That's put a cat in a pigeon. That cat amongst the pigeons. Wow. Well, I said Rodgers should take a shot. Get in. Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. What a moment for England. That is a huge moment for England. Oh, my God. Rodgers just says, you know what? I'm having a shot. And Bellingham reacts quickest. Oh, what a reaction. Keeper. Keeper's fucked it, hasn't he, really? He's done what Le Mans did last night. And fair play, Rodgers. He gets the... Well, he doesn't even dip it in front of him. I think the keeper's just taken aback. Oh, there's a long way to go. Calm the fuck down. Calm down. Everybody calm down. Bloody hell. This is now a case of smash and grab and get the fuck out of Dodge. This is a chance now. England midfield is fresher. Fancy them not to lose, says Dan. I think regardless of who qualifies after this game, the final will still be Argentina-France. Juan, mate, we'll talk about that afterwards. I mean, I'm not acknowledging the fact that Norway should have won this in 90 minutes. England were abysmal in that second half. But you sensed in the last 10 minutes of the second half that the subs were starting to overpower the Norway midfield, which is the same three players, and they can't make subs. They don't have this. I said this in the preview. Norway have strength on the wing to make subs. They don't have strength in the midfield, and they will have to keep using Bergen and Odegaard. They can't take them off. They don't have anybody else. And that's a hell of a lot of work for those players. Honestly, done that one. Thank you very much. Told you England win. Sorry for the spoiler. Long way to go, Goldilocks effect. Spencer's done well there. Rodgers is looking like a very effective substitute at the moment. Oh, that's a bad ball by Spence. Good recovery tackle. Switch, 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 switch. Too late. I still took it. He's still done it. Fair play. Worked out. This isn't smash and grab. Said it before. Norway were just doing what England have done for decades. Just not quite good enough, says Nick P. Alex says, boycott the rest of the World Cup. Norway won, but England, they had to get the ref. Mate, it was a push, mate. Come on. I think the Argentina game, there was a lot of stuff in that game against Egypt, and I would admit it. But come on, he pushes him on the floor. Did I think they were going to give a foul? No. But that's only because I don't think they normally do. I mean, he pushes him on the floor. You can see it. Yes, Norway should have won in the second half, but that's down to them, really. You know, you hit the bar. Sorloth didn't pass in the first half. I don't think it's anything to do with FIFA, mate. Sorry, Mark. I think regardless, I've done that one. Thank you. Who cares what we deserve? No one other country cares how they play. They just want to win. I don't care either. I'm with you, 1 inch wonder. But look, it's not over yet. I wouldn't be surprised if Norway have another chance because they have created a lot of chances. And if they can win corners and put crosses in the box, they've been very good. I wonder if he'll bring Dan Burn on. But then you burn your attacker if you need it for penalties, don't you? TJ says this is how England should have played from the start, not the golf-like football in the final third. Thanks everyone who's been subscribing, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. You're welcome. One over n squared says revenge for the hand of God incoming. No, because that was a handball. I mean, Haaland does shove Anderson to the floor. Whether you think it's a foul or not, you can't deny the action. He does shove him to the floor. Some referees wouldn't have given a foul. Some VARs wouldn't have given a foul. Some would. I understand the frustration, but good defending. Good defending. Go England from Philly. My teams are out. World Cup belongs back in England. Keep on snarfing, says JD. Spence down the wing. It's coming home. Belling goal says my name. We have an almighty bench, says Nick P. Lovely play by Spence. Penalty! Ooh! How do you like those onions? How do you like those onions? Penalty to England. Well, I never. Well, that's not going to help the accusations, isn't it? That's not gonna help the allegations. I must admit. I'll have to, mate, I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment till I see it again. But for me, it's a stonewall penalty. You know, no messing around. I haven't really seen it, but for me, it looked like a penalty. Let's have a look. I mean, it does brilliantly well, Spence here. Past one. Well, I don't think that's a penalty. I think he makes a penalty out of that. I think he makes the penalty out of that. I don't think it's a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty. I think he makes it. I think he puts his leg in front of him. I'll be surprised if that don't go VAR. Is it a penalty, yes or no? No, he's going to VAR. No, it won't be a penalty. It won't be a penalty. It's not a penalty. Well, I want England to win. I want England to go through to a World Cup semi-final, and I'd be banging the fucking ceiling. But I think he simulates that. Yeah, he's almost fouling that player. I don't think he'll give that. LK says Norway tears are thirst quenching. Well, they might be smiles now. Christopher Jackson, thank you very much for the super chat. Haaland has 21 touches. What the fuck is he doing, says Will. Are you going to still tell Rodgers not to shoot, says Ahmed. No foul. Do you think Jude's a contender for the Golden Boot, says Ethan. I don't even know how many he's got. Oh, Elfinger Haaland, why don't you fuck off and have a word with Roy Keane, you twat. Big up the Birmingham boys. The West Midlands has done it again, says Midri. It's coming home. I ain't got no time for Elfinger Haaland. I don't mind his son, but I ain't got no time for him. I've always thought he was a prick. I'll say it to his face behind about 50 of you, because he's massive. You only get those penalties if you're Argentina. Yeah, now that's rigged. If we'd have got that penalty, that's rigged. And I don't want to win with that sort of decision. Leave that to Argentina. You know, I've got a massive amount of respect for Mexico. I thought they played it in the right way. I think Norway have played it in the right way. I think Norway could have won it in the 90 minutes. But they don't deserve that, and we don't deserve... We shouldn't be winning it like that either. France beat both these teams easily. So what, Connor? I mean, England haven't won a World Cup since '66. And Norway have never won a World Cup. So you and your amazing font of knowledge saying that France would be favourites against both of us too. Well, fuck a duck. I mean, what a surprise. They'd only be in their third final in a row. Oh, France would beat us easily, would they? Wow, what a fucking surprise. Is tomorrow Saturday by any chance? Oh, it's actually today. Sometimes I just think some people are incredible. Great block by Gehi. Corner, Norway. Can you see Joe breaching the same levels as Jude? No. If an outside agent is hit by the ball, play must be restarted with a drop ball in the FIFA rules. Terrible robbery. Norway win this game. Says John. What's this wire thing people are talking about? France has to beat Spain first. Everyone sleeps on Spain. I hope it comes home from America, says Ladies. I don't like corners for Norway. I do not like corners for Norway. I think they've been very good at these. It's not Saturday anymore. It's Sunday, Mark. Good point. It's a good corner. Well done, John Stones. I know if I go to bed, England will win, so I'm staying in bed. Come on, England, says Becky. Thanks for your super chat, Christopher. Fucking hell, I've been on my feet for bloody ages. You lot won this because the ball hit the flying camera from the kick in and bounced straight to you and you scored. Shameless, says Sigs. I don't know what what's this all about? I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Who hit the sky cam and who scored? The national sport of France is sucking each other off. Not interested. We're England, thank God, says Steve Hughes. Okay, it's going. France are getting it. Three minutes added on. Now, part of me thinks Norway deserved this to go and get an equaliser, but fuck that. Haaland looks absolutely knackered as well. I think this game is about getting the ball to the subs. Because everyone who's been playing from the start looks absolutely fucked. I think it really is about trying to get the ball to the subs. Go on, Rodgers. Go on, run it. It's a lovely ball, but he's defended it well. Well done, Anderson. Have a look wide right. Have a look wide right. Have a look wide right. To be fair, keep the ball, actually. We're winning, aren't we? There we go. He's gone wide right now. Saka. Go on. Still a minute and a half to go here, so you may as well keep the ball. Anderson. As he gets it on the far side. That's it. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Do you think the Norwegian keeper made a mistake? Only as much as... how's Eze got himself offside from a cross? I mean, that needs to be studied. I've seen Madueke doing it. It's happened a lot in this game. How do you get yourself offside from a fucking cross? Norway's midfield looks dead, by the way. It's gone. Berg, Odegaard. It's gone. Their legs are gone. They put a lot into that second half. Shot over the bar from Bellingham. Norway's midfield's legs are gone. We're getting so much of the ball now because they just can't press anymore. And you can't blame them. I mean, they've played 110 minutes. And look, this is where the Frances and everybody else has the advantage, because Norway don't have the Norway don't have the depth to take off those players. You know, they haven't got a Reece James or a Morgan Rogers or someone like that to bring on in their midfield. They've got the squad. This camera cable stuff, I don't know what it's all about. Thank you everybody who's tuning in. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We have got player ratings as well, which is pinned in the live chat, where you can mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I'll use that for my match reaction. Are you doing the Argentina game? Yes, I think I am, aren't I? I mean, I will set it up, but if I set it up and then I don't do it, then that's fine, isn't it? Who are they playing? Seriously, who are they playing? I had a brain blank. Oh, Switzerland, isn't it? Oh, I tell you what a game. I feel a little bit more relaxed now. Obviously, that can change very, very quickly if they get an equaliser. But wow. I mean, my match reaction will be very honest. Don't worry, Norway fans. I will be giving the honest opinion on this. That England were very lucky to get that into extra time. And partially, I think that's because Norway didn't take the chances. They're playing in Kansas. They're playing in Kansas. I like Kansas, actually. I'll have to have a coffee after this. If England win, I want Argentina to win. Because I do not want to play Switzerland the way we've played today. I want to be massive underdogs. I want Argentina to be the favourites if we go through. And I think Norway would be in a better position with that as well. But I tell you what, it's going to be very difficult if Argentina win in normal time. It'll be very difficult for Norway or England to win that on Wednesday. I mean, that's a hell of a turnaround in these conditions. That's a bloody big turnaround to play. You know, 90 minutes in this humidity is tough. It will be difficult. It will be very difficult. And the semi-final. I mean, it's not going to be in Iceland, is it? It's in Atlanta. France and Spain's in Dallas. The other semi-final was in Atlanta. And it's 26 degrees in there. Be 30 degrees on Wednesday. So yeah, it's hot. It's hot again. Look, to be honest, I think this World Cup is starting to play into the hands of the countries that can play in this kind of climate. Haaland out. Yeah, I sort of understand that. I do sort of understand that. He looks knackered. Don't look happy. Anderson's really stepped up without right. I think, you know what I think it is with Anderson, right? I think people take these off and they go 116 million flop, right? I actually think Anderson, if you understand his job, that looks like me without glasses. I'm there. I'm really there. That did look like me without glasses about 10 years ago. And yeah, I think Anderson does a good job. I just don't think people understand the job he does. You know? No, you know. 15. Well, Norway are going to have to do it without Haaland here. But I don't think Norway are a one-man team anyway. Maybe they can. 15 minutes to penalties or 15 minutes to one of these teams going through. The Norway keeper kicked the ball into the sky cam cables. Ball deflected straight to Gordon, who passed the ball to Jude. Never should have stood. You can see the keeper telling the ref it hit the cable. Well, I do baller league, Jonah, and you're right. If it hits the roof, it's a drop ball. Both semi-finals will be played indoors, so weather won't be an issue, says Mango. There you go. It's that sort of information in the chat that makes this good. Can England break the Japan curse as one and only? I think the Japan curse is the team that beats the team that knocked Japan out wins it. Great cross by Noosa. Good defending by England. They're going to have to defend really well, and that's a free kick. Looked a bit soft to me. Only comfort is that in Argentina and England, the freelancers FIFA babies have to knock the one out before. This cannot feel good for England, says Alex. It feels great, mate. England is a better team than Argentina, but Argentina has FIFA on their side, says Ladies Man. It looks like the ball did hit the camera wire. Damn, says Matt. England win, then Messi magic, but a Swiss win as well, says Richard. Despite the appeal of maybe bringing Rashford on, got to give Tuchel credit for going with Eze and Rodgers instead. The team is definitely pressing better with them despite the tired legs, says Gorzilla. I feel for the goalkeeper. He was great against Brazil, says J.K. Worthing. Mainu should switch to be Norwegian, says Albert. Do you think England can beat Argentina? I think we'd be massive underdogs, mate, if we get through. Cable of God is a new hand of God, says Bumper. You know what? I'm not aware of this cable thing, and actually it should have been a drop ball. But in reality, that was in the first half. You know, if that goal gets disallowed, England have got 45 minutes to attack Norway and get back into it. I mean, it's not really like the hand of God at all. It's not. Nothing in the world like a British accent, says James. World Cup so much better with you, Mark. Love you, mate, says Tibby. Thank you. Anderson, very impressive. Silent power. I'm glad some people realise what he does, Stig. The camera cable is best England player, says Leesy. When France realise our manager's German, they'll surrender, says Carter. USA here. I put my down payment on the house for England to win, says Aaron. I think the way England have played today, they do very well to get past Argentina and they do very well to beat France. But you just hope that if they get through this game, they play better against those teams. In a way, I'd be happy to be the underdog. It worked against Mexico. I don't think England do particularly well when they're the favourite. But I don't think this is over. I wouldn't be surprised if Norway get another goal. I can't believe how relaxed I am in this game. And it's not because I don't want England to win. I really desperately do. But it doesn't have the feel of the Mexico game because I thought we played well against Mexico. I thought, you know, things went against us, even though you can't really argue about it. It did. Ooh, good shot there by Berg. Not Sanderberg. Good player he is. In this game, I think we got a second life. You know when you die on a computer game and you've got another life? I feel that's what happened to England in the second half. I think Norway should have won it in the second half. I really do. Recent updates on the FIFA Argentina scandal, pretty damning. People also want to forget that Barcelona were paying refs all of Messi's tenure there. Potential legacy tainted, says KM Miller Music. Noosa has been excellent. Man United should sign him, says Corey. Yeah, I really do like Noosa. Although he's just been tackled there. I don't know where Kane and Bellingham are getting the legs from here, but Kane gets it wide to Saka. The powers of recovery will be interesting for England, says Ryle. Lovely play by Saka. Terrible shot, though. Tired shot. Chances will be there. Spence. Saka. Double save by the keeper. I tell you what, he's redeemed himself a little bit there. Two good saves by the goalkeeper. England smelling blood. Norway looking tired, especially in that midfield. Owen Coach says Switzerland/Argentina would have fun against England if they play like they did in the second half. Mate, I think most teams in the World Cup would have fun against England if they played like they did in the second half. On the goal, by the way, I know a lot of people are saying that the Norway goalkeeper made a mistake. Lovely kick out by Pickford. He did make a mistake, but it's a bit like the Le Mans one. The ball is straight in at it. How's he offside, Saka, there? Yeah, I think on the goal, the ball's straight at him, and it's awkward. And, you know, these goalkeepers are making their mind up in split seconds, and that's the difference between a Courtois and an Ireland. That's the difference between a Le Mans and a Neuer. It's that split second thing. Dan Burns coming on. We're going to park the bus. It's that split second thing, and he should take it into his body and hold it. But as it comes towards him, he's probably gone, oh, and then he's jolted out, you know. They've just showed it there. Camera Cable says, what an assist by me. Spain-England final, says Ladies Man. Rashford slight knock in the warm-up, apparently, says Maliki. Well, that probably, covers that then. Bellingham's on 6 goals. He's got the same amount of goals as Kane. Incredible. Incredible. Still a good 10 minutes to go here. Where's Vinny? Hey, Vinny! Vinny! Where's my back? I've been stood up for too long. I look forward to doing the match reaction. Nice ball by Odegaard. Remember, if you want to do your player ratings, mark them out of 10, 6 being the average, star for your man of the match. I'd be very interested to see where you go with that. Links in the live chat. Get those player ratings in. I'm very interested to see what people give people like Anderson, because I think Anderson's been a really solid 7. I think John Stones has had a good game. I think Gay's had a good game. Wide men, yeah, I'd admit we've had problems out wide. Kane, not had a great game. He's been poor. But look, Kane and Haaland sort of cancelled each other out, didn't they? Really? But sort of said that in the preview. Haaland and Kane, one way or another, should, you would hope, from an England point of view, cancel each other out. You know, they both get a hat-trick or they both do nothing. Goalkeeper and defence have been quite similar. And midfield, I think first half was quite equal. Second half, definitely Norway. Extra time, definitely England. And the only difference is England took their half chance and Norway didn't take their chances in the second half. If Norway take their chances in the second half, they're through. But they've still got time here. They've got loads of time. But I just wonder whether England's defence will be more... Oh, you don't want Noosa. It's another corner. I just wonder whether England's defence will feel more confident without Haaland on the pitch. Good player, Noosa. Love United to go for him. Been saying it for a long time about Noosa. I'd love him to come to United. Well, if it goes to a penalty shootout, there will be no Erling Haaland on it. He can't come back on. Headed away. Over the bar. Bob. Over the Bob. Over the bar from Bob. Haaland came off for Strand Larsen, the amazing striker who isn't shit, from formerly of Wolves and now at... should have been a corner. From now at... is he at Palace now? Would you like to play Alan Partridge's son in a TV show? I'd probably do it. How much do you think Jude Bellingham's worth at the moment? Well, I think when you're a player that can turn up and perform at the highest level and you play for Real Madrid, you know, you're talking 150, aren't you? England would be the favourites if Pickford wasn't rubbish, says Ladies Man. Looks like the end of the rowing season. Oh, don't say that, Nick. Do not say that. Anderson has been superb, says Jay. What do you think? Mate, I don't get the criticism. I don't get the criticism of Anderson. Look, he's not going to score you goals, but his work his box to box, his box to box, his passing, his energy, his tackling. Yeah, I think he's a good player. I mean, I hope he's a shit player for City, but I do think he's been good, and I think he's been good all tournament. And I think a lot of people don't like him because of the 116 million, but I think he's been really good. And also, look, he's another player that's played how many minutes? Yeah, he's going to play 120 minutes again, isn't he? Played the whole game, I think, against Mexico, or most of it. Yeah, I was just looking at the replay of the cable. I mean, it's not my problem. It happened in the first half. They should have done something about it, but we would have had 45 minutes to equalise. We didn't happen in the last minute and we equalised, did it? I think people are stretching. Pickford's just gone down injured. I mean, he gets injured by his own player, so I don't know what happens there. I don't know whether it's a drop ball and we just give him the ball back. Berg for Norway is cool, almost like an iceberg. He's the better Berg, yeah. He's the Berg who plays for Bodø Glimt. Well, they're putting us through the ringer. That's for sure. Don't know what. I think Aja must have touched the ref or something. Pushed the ref. Norway have got the ball back anyway. It's calm. No, I'm not singing that. I only did it for a laugh. I'm not singing that. You'll get the truth in my match reaction, which I'm going to record straight after. Don't forget to do your player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. But yeah, it's been a strange one. This I very rarely watch a game where the team I support is lucky. I don't even think in the new camp we were lucky. I don't. You know, a lot of people say we were lucky in that game. I thought it was quite an equal game. I think we deserved to score a goal. He's not even offside there. Noose is not even offside there. Anderson is a Man United player, says Albert. It's sad United can't get these players anymore. I think it would have been perfect for United. Absolutely perfect. We did hit 1.5 million subscribers, by the way. That wasn't rigged. So big shout out to all of you for that. Thank you so much for subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. It's been incredible, this World Cup. Obviously, selfishly, I'm very happy England is still in it. It's horrible when your team gets knocked out. Well, we're not through yet, but I'm happy that we've not been knocked out, which could have happened in 90 minutes. It's not been the game I thought it was going to be. You know, I expected England and Norway to be a close game. I didn't expect England to be in a situation where they're fortunate to take it to extra time. And let's not forget, you know, second half, Norway with a better team. Let's not forget first half, 1-0, 2v1, Sorloth can pass it into Haaland, and, you know, I think we all know what happens there. Lovely play by Spence. We're about to hit extra time. Stoppage time of extra time. Two minutes for England. It's going to be tough for Norway, but it's not impossible. Rogers, go for the corner, mate. It's all right. I'll tell you what, everyone who's saying it's rigged in the chat, you've got a tough choice on Wednesday, haven't you? You've got the Masters of rig, and you've got apparently the new rig. So I don't know what you're going to do on Wednesday, because all your rig talk is making me, you know, inject it. I love it. I'll take it. We're still in it. But on Wednesday, we're, you know, who are you going to go for? Because Argentina literally are the Masters of rig. So you've got a tough decision to make on Wednesday, I think. If it stays like this, you know what, I'm not going to get involved in those games. What I'm going to say is Norway have been an absolute credit to this World Cup. I think they should have probably won it in 90 minutes. Maybe that's a lack of killer instincts. It's their first time in a quarter-final. I thought first half they were a little bit negative, but second half they were brilliant. And I mean, they're on the attack here. It's not over. Noosa, you've got to put the tackle in. Spence boots it clear. Still 20 seconds. Keeper's got to go long here. There's loads of them offside there. Well up, Dan Burn. Big Dan Burn. Big Dan Burn. And that's the final whistle. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. England through to a World Cup semi-final. The quarter-final curse is in the bin. It's our fourth semi-final. We've only been to the final once out of all those. A terrible performance from England, but we've got the job done. And I think ultimately that's all that matters. Huge commiserations to Norway. I genuinely will give you that credit in the match reaction anyway, but I'll say it right here. The way that second half went, you've got every right to say you should have won it, and you should have won it. You had chances, you didn't take them. Maybe a bit of controversy on the goal, but look, Haaland does shove him to the ground. You know, some people give it, some people don't. I think what the problem with Norway is that when it went to extra time, they can't change the midfield. They haven't got a squad, and it got very tired, and it played into England's hand, who had the bigger squad. I think that's what it came down to. Ultimately, it's horrible seeing their goalkeeper crying like that. And I think Norway have been a massive, massive credit to this World Cup. It's cruel. Sport's cruel. You know, it goes the way of England when I think anyone who doesn't like England would be a Norway fan today. And I think some of us English fans are like Norway with a better team. But obviously selfishly, I'm ecstatic that England are through. It's a huge result. It's a huge result. They've battled again. I don't think it was a good result I don't think it was a good performance from England, but they've battled their way through, and we will be huge underdogs in the semi-final if we play Argentina, and I will take that, because I'm telling you now, 20 minutes to go in that second half, I thought we were going home. So I will take whatever is thrown at us on Wednesday, and we will be massive underdogs, and I will take that, because to be honest with you, I don't actually like being the favourite. I don't think it suits us. I don't think it does. I don't think it suits us at all. I'm not a fan of England. It's not rigged, says Hello Earth. I think I'm a bit bored of the rigged thing. I mean, it just doesn't touch me at all. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Am I meant to feel guilty? Am I meant to go, oh my God, I'm actually ecstatic that we're through? I think it's even better when you don't deserve it. I think it's even better when you've played shit. I said in the preview, I don't care how we do it, just get into the semi-final, and we've done it. So call it rigged if you like. I know how it feels now to be Argentinian. I genuinely don't give a shit. I'm not bothered. I think as an England fan, we always are on the wrong end of things. We get a dodgy red card, a hand of God, you know, penalty, saved. We're always gallant losers, like Norway. And I'm fed up of being a gallant loser. I'd rather be a dodgy winner. It actually feels quite nice. We're still in the tournament, and maybe we don't deserve to be, but we're still in it. And I'm so bored of being a gallant loser. So you know, we were lucky. Maybe we won't be lucky on Wednesday. Maybe we'll be out. But we're probably playing the biggest rigged team in the tournament. So if you want to back Argentina because we rigged it today, I mean, that's a bit hypocritical. But I'll take it. Thank you so much. Massive shout out to Norway. Loved them in the World Cup, apart from when they didn't pick their best team against France, but that was just because it was boring. Could have won it. You know the moment for me for Norway was when you went 1-0 up and Sorloth didn't pass to Haaland. I think that moment was big. Not your goalkeeping error. I think that can happen to anyone. I think that Sorloth not passing to Haaland at 1-0, I think that was a massive moment. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I am going to go and do a match reaction. We have got player ratings. I will do that for you very, very quickly. But we are back at 2 o'clock for the Argentina game. It's a late one tonight. So I will see you in about an hour's time. Stay safe. Take care. I'll speak to you on the next one.